And he has this weird like psycho smile, which I love.
Oh, this is not my good side.
You want to switch? Oh, he's a diva.
He's a diva.
He's kind of diva.
I can't see like, dude. Would you not agree that this side of me is better than this side of me?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
what happened?
What the fuck?
Wait,
It's
right?
like it's here.
Right?
But it's here like up. Makes your face better.
No, we gotta switch.
Okay.
We have two options. I can put.
Why do we always have two
by the
options?
way. Yeah, I'm a two guy. I always give two options.
I kind of like that though. Too many options kind of stresses me out.
Does it?
We're back, baby.
Season 2.
Hell yes.
Are we talking to your brother?
Yeah, my brother's here in the chat. Yo.
Oh, we got fans. Oh, look, it's like a 10-second delay actually. 3 viewers? What's going on?
What's
dude?
the third?
We can't
Who's
just
the third?
like we can't be talking to strangers. You say some outlandish stuff. This is what I'm saying. We can't just live stream it. Dude, we have to edit some stuff out normally.
Come on,
like,
dude. We don't. We never ever edited
You've done and
things out.
said horrible things.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Come on.
So welcome back everyone to Last Week's Tortilla, episode 2 of season 2.
Episode 2?
Episode 2.
All right.
I'm on Twitch a lot actually.
Yeah, I know. I knew you were going to be excited for this, actually.
I don't know why I got addicted to FIFA. I think because there's like the team building aspect.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
You're buying new
Yeah.
cards and stuff like that. But in Smash and Rocket League, like
It's
you're
gambling.
You're not really getting upgrades on your stuff. You know.
Right, you can't buy characters in Nintendo.
You can't make your
They're a family
team better.
company. Yeah.
Whenever I can progress in something, I get addicted to it. Like,
Okay.
I want to keep progressing.
Okay, so you're addicted to improving.
Yeah, that's why I'm the person I am today, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say this has turned into a crypto podcast. All of a sudden, you gotta wake up 5 a.m. burpees.
Yeah. So it's no coincidence that we brought this podcast back on International Women's Month. Congratulations.
Hey,
women.
yeah, congrats, women. You know, my girlfriend didn't go to the march yesterday.
fucking-
Ooh. You know why though?
She's
She got her period,
misogynist.
which is like the most acceptable excuse. I feel like. Yeah, if you're a feminist, you can't be like, hey, no. You know.
We need to pause it.
Oh,
We'll be right back.
we'll be
All
right
right,
back.
we'll be right back.
Thank you, Kiko, by the way.
Thank you, Kiko.
Is that the guy in the forum?
It's my brother.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kiko. I've met you before multiple times.
We love you, man.
We love you.
You know.
Oh man, we totally ruined our flow, man. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Come on. New
this
setup.
up.
New setup, by the way.
Yeah.
So, like, do I have to introduce the podcast again, or what's going on here?
I don't know. It's just been a while, right?
What?
That we recorded a podcast.
Yeah,
and
dude,
an
things have
episode.
changed. You're a dad now.
Yeah, I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
Victor is more of a comedian. I don't know. Pato is looking for a sofa for his apartment.
I am.
You're still looking for a fucking
I don't want to
sofa?
talk about. Actually,
Oh my God.
I literally told Gabrielle, I was like, I'm going to tell you on the podcast. But now,
pretty much.
Now, if something happened to me, I don't want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk anymore, guys.
No?
So, something happened.
Honestly, season 2, maybe,
Yeah.
kind of. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
really
Yeah,
keep
this is
track of the
season 2.
seasons.
Like, it's a miracle
season 2.
that it's a miracle that we're doing this. I thought it was done. I thought it was over.
Okay, so
Oh, here
question,
we go.
because whenever I stay without talking to friends for a long time,
Yeah.
in my head, you guys were mad at me. But I think it's just because I am a child of divorce.
You think this was your fault that the podcast
Yeah.
stopped?
Where is this coming from?
I don't know, but I was just gonna
doing
ask.
other podcasts and I was texting you about it. I was like, yeah, you just got invited to a better podcast.
No, it's something that I'm
and the
aware.
host is so cool.
Yeah, imagine.
Wait, what's going on here? Did you get invited to a podcast as well?
I did.
Wait,
What's
what?
going on here?
Did you?
They're missing the #1 draft pick right here.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck?
Okay, so just to explain a little bit, I started live streaming with Liam
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Another podcast.
And I told Pato, because I was kind of like, yeah, just you guys don't know we're going to continue this one, despite me doing the other one. And I told this to Pato, and he was like, wait, Liam chose you out of the 3 of us? That's the worst option.
That was my immediate response.
yeah, he didn't even blink.
Yeah, I think Liam was thinking the same thing. He was like, but he has a mic, so I gotta fucking. There was a kid I lived with. He was very rich. His dad had like a half pipe in his backyard.
Whoa,
and
cool.
all the kids pretended to be the guy's friend so they could do the half pipe, and they could never tell him he sucked, which he did, because you would have skated on the back pipe.
Yeah.
Is he really annoying?
Oh yeah, he was a
Yeah.
dick.
Damn.
Yeah.
Child
He would like, you know what
divorce.
he would do? Like whenever we were playing football and he didn't get the ball,
Yeah.
he would grab the ball and he said, "It's my ball, and if I'm not playing, the ball isn't playing either."
Oh,
And we
come
would
on, that
go-
kid.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that that kid is international? Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
worldwide type of kid. Yeah.
I wonder what he's up to now. Maybe he's like a lawyer or something.
Yeah, that's a lawyer move, right?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going
This is my
away.
victim.
Yeah.
If I don't win the case, my victim is not
She
going
dies.
to. Maybe I don't think he would defend an innocent victim. It would be more of a corporation. Like
Yeah.
Coca-Cola didn't poison the water, and everybody's like, yeah, they fucking did.
Dude, I have listening issues. I think.
Are you paying attention at all to what
No,
we're
no,
talking
that's
about?
what that's
He
why I
was
brought it
clearly
up.
in his head.
But I was gonna say why, because
I think I'm
it's
gonna
not
be more honest
applicable.
this season. I think I'm gonna be more honest as a person.
Yeah, we need to communicate more, Pato.
Yeah.
But back to the subject at hand. Were you guys mad at me for some reason?
No, like not at all.
did I
Like,
do
what are you even
anything?
talking
Dude, you
about?
had a kid. We understood.
What's
But
going on?
imagine me.
Do you realize how big of a dick I would have to be for me to be like, he just had a kid and he's not paying attention to me or our podcast, dude?
It's just the distance. The distance
Yeah.
makes me feel like people are mad at me.
Also, you haven't slept properly in a month.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Can you like explain to me like how your night goes? Like you go, what time do you go to bed?
Really, like we started a schedule, like a routine, like 3 days ago. The baby sleeps in 3 or 2 hour chunks, so there's no real routine you can have in the first month.
That's wild, man. I can't believe like babies aren't like accommodating to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's, I know, but I'm kind of joking. I'm kind of serious. So it's like, has evolution not taken it to like this level?
Consideration?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
but to be frank,
does
like
it feel natural?
Do you
does.
want a baby to respect
That
the
was
9 to
gonna say,
5?
yeah,
like
dude.
that. I was gonna shit myself, but you're in a meeting right now, so I'm gonna respect it.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, it
it
does.
does.
But the unnatural part is the 9 to 5, like Victor said. Something happened to me, and I it's hard to put it into words. I think it's hard to explain things as they're happening to you, right? So I don't know what changed in my brain, but I'm a lot less anxious for some reason about everything, and so I'm not angry. I'm not like in a bad mood because of the lack of sleep and stuff like that. I do think something chemical happens when the baby is born. I do think there's something primal going on in my body. Or maybe no, or maybe I'm just insane. And
Maybe, well,
Have
we
you had
don't
like the
sleep.
urge to go outside and kill a rabbit?
No.
Dude, a 15-year-old kid destroyed me the other day.
Oh, no.
I was on the street and I was like vibing to music,
Yeah.
and I was sort of like going na 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 na, and then a 15-year-old kid was like on a door frame like this, and we like locked eyes, and the kid went.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, dude. Yeah,
that cuts deep.
Oh yeah, it really hit me.
It does. I didn't think it would hurt to feel old, but it does. Like I was trying to figure out Twitch.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I don't understand it. Like
Yeah.
it's, my brother's doing everything, which he's older, but he's also autistic, so I think it's a good mix.
Kiko, how do you feel about Gabriel talking about your autism all the time?
Oh yeah, he brings it up like constantly.
so often.
But also
wow.
he's jealous. He wants to be diagnosed so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we had Michael Camel, an autistic guy here,
Yeah.
and the entire podcast was this guy going, I qualify, right? I'm pretty sure I.
This is my way of
I'm one of the good
like
guys.
fucking with my brother without him being able to rebuttal or anything. So
I've seen Michael Camel recently, actually, like 2 or 3 times in the past 2 weeks. That guy needs to learn how to give better handshakes.
oh no.
It's the dead fish, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's constructive criticism, Michael. I like you. I like you.
Can I give
As
a
person.
advice? Just hug him.
Oh, maybe I
He
should.
gives good
Yeah.
hugs.
Well, Michael likes hugs.
I give him hugs, and he's always warm like a teddy bear.
Dude, I
Yeah.
think he didn't like hugs. I think he was.
Well, maybe he doesn't. Then maybe just hugging him. He's like, get the fuck away from me, dude.
No, actually, I think we like hit it off. We hit it off because he was. I mentioned like this guy called FD Signifier. I don't know if you guys
Oh
know.
yeah, the black guy.
Yeah. And then he was like, him. Like I've been watching him, and then we talked about him a little bit.
Yeah, I saw a few of his videos. I like them, like a few of them.
He taught me about like about propaganda. Now I think about propaganda all the time.
Propaganda?
Whenever I
Yeah.
watch
Propaganda
a movie.
of cops?
It's just like whenever. Yeah. It's like whenever they like make
Like
cops,
Law and Order or something like that.
Yeah, whenever they make cops like look good on TV or movies, like they're just trying to make you think cops are good. And I'm like, well, I've never thought of
Whoa.
it. Never thought of it that way.
For real.
Well, they picture them as ideal people who are there for justice and like truth and all that, and that's not reality most of the time.
Yeah.
I need you guys to talk because I need to check something on Twitch. But
Okay, yeah, sure.
I actually, so that was the part of the podcast where we talk about my kid, because what I realize is I don't
that's
think
it?
people are interested, because like
You
no
don't want to
one's.
be the dad comedian.
I don't want to be.
I mean, I was
have
getting a
lot
bit
of-
bored, to be honest with you, like a little bit.
It's a little boring.
It's a bit boring.
Because people don't want to be like. Well, it is a little bit boring because people don't want to be parents nowadays. So me talking about being a dad,
generation.
it's not. It's
No,
just
I don't-
my point is just I don't want to keep talking
But it's
about
interesting
it
to me because I want to know what it's like. I'm
because maybe you
curious.
want to be a dad in the future. So
I
you're
don't think
kind
so.
of
No, I just want to
Oh,
know
wow,
what
you
like
don't?
it is. I don't think so. No.
That's interesting.
I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Liam's also like really pretty clear.
Well, yeah, he's almost he's
clearly-
nearing 40, so that
Yeah,
guy's gonna.
yeah, he's
you
almost
know when he
50,
comes, he just
he's-
sounds like he's not. He shouldn't blast it.
But
love
what
you,
I
Liam.
want to know is, dude, you're killing it, and people have been telling me you're killing it.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing a lot of
multiple
shows.
people. What's your comedy life like?
So I'm doing a lot of shows, Spanish and English, which is fun.
Half and half or what? What's the ratio?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, honestly, I'm doing English shows at the lab mainly now. Like, I should hit up people for spots at like Craig and Sherwin shows and that. But then the Spanish shows were going really well. Actually, this Thursday, I'm opening for this guy called Miguel Campos.
Oh, cool.
You guys know La Revuelta, the late night show?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Really?
He's one of the writers for the show.
Wow.
And
Fucking A.
He's like another that guy that you guys love that we had on the podcast.
Danny Boy.
Oh, Danny Boy, yeah! It's crazy to me that you're the one less interested in Danny Boy and you're the guy who hit it off the best. Like,
yeah, you always bring it up. No,
Dude,
he
I wanna be his
he's
friend
like
so bad.
basically like Danny Boy.
Sort of, but he's like in the show actually. Like Danny Boy's just a writer, and
he's a
Miguel
writer
Campos
and he's in the show.
Yeah, yeah. He has
Oh, okay.
like
Wow.
an auxiliary position. Like, so there's the main guy, and he's interviewing the guest, and then he's up top, and he's like the Jamie, like do a Joe Rogan podcast analogy.
Yeah, dude,
And they're
that's
like, we heard this news, and then he like looks it up, and then he does like memes live.
Yeah,
like, he has
yeah.
they call him the Paint guy because he opens Microsoft Paint, and then he does memes live.
Yeah, yeah, oh,
And
that's
I
funny.
fucking love that guy.
Dude, congratulations. That's
Yeah,
sick.
it's
Damn,
pretty good.
Thursday.
That's pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you're killing like the guys that when I started, I looked up to them. They're like, yo, Victor is like up here, you know?
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
They never say it
so-
to my face.
Because they hate you now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm getting a lot of support like from a lot of people, and it's really.
So
and also,
cool,
people
man.
are so accommodating when I have like multiple shows and I have to like run from one show to another.
Yeah.
Like there's drama sometimes.
Yeah,
because,
people are like, fuck you.
Yeah, people are like, you have to stay for this show and you got to support your like other comedians. It's like, dude, I have 3 shows a night. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Speaking
fun.
of, you performed last night at the lab, right?
at the new lab,
new
which is
lab.
awesome. By the way, check
Yeah.
it out. It's insane.
Yeah, I went on Friday. It was a fun show. It was a fun
Huge
time.
red
After party.
like walls.
Huge red
Awesome.
walls.
Yeah,
We're
it's
really
that
selling it.
thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's it makes it warmer. The red walls. What?
Yeah, it's just,
Are you guys joking about the red walls?
No, I'm just like, I don't know. Why would you point out like
I don't
huge red
know.
walls?
I did like it. It felt cozy. It felt like a good
It felt
choice.
like
you
so
went as
big.
well.
I just saw pictures. No,
Oh, okay,
I
what
wish.
the fuck?
I felt so left out. That was, I think, the biggest hit. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything
Yeah.
being
But
on
the new
paternity
lab?
leave. But the lab is the one thing that I'm like, I wish I was at the opening party. That
Yeah.
was the one thing that I'm like,
Yeah.
I missed out on that one.
was-
Did you go?
I went just for a while because I had a show at 10:30, like right next to Anton Martin.
Right.
So I like popped in. I saw him.
I saw him in a little beanie on. I gave him a hug. I ran over to give him a hug.
yeah.
that's cute.
And you were with the tall girl, Nate's friend. I forgot
Yeah,
her
and it's
name.
from Mary Rita. Shout out.
Yeah, Rita. She's really cool.
Nice.
And Nate performed. And
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of friends of the podcast performed.
Yeah,
like
dude.
it was mainly the OGs of the like. It was,
Of
it was
the-
Kefra. It was Dan. It was like.
That's what I
Kefra did not
liked
perform
about
with us,
it.
yeah.
Kefra didn't?
No, but she sat front row.
Wait, Kefra didn't perform?
No.
Oh.
Oh, she was on the.
She did, dude.
I
I,
think she
saw
was
a
on the-
picture.
yeah.
She was on the thing, but no, she didn't go up. Wait.
Oh.
I think she did.
No,
dude.
no, like I was there. I was the only
Are
one
you
that saw the show.
erasing a black woman?
Dude, wait, that'd be crazy if I am though.
Because they
on
saw her.
Women's Month?
No.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, my memory is bad though, but I swear she didn't go up.
Maybe
I
she didn't
swear,
go,
I
maybe.
swear.
You know what I don't like about the new lab? They're fixing it. The green room is like behind the.
Oh, so yeah.
And you have to go up like Truman Show.
People like,
Bro.
oh, okay,
You
that.
know what I mean?
But people
No.
have been talking about like the comedians after the show. I asked them that they're like, you can't hear other people's sets.
Yeah.
So,
Really?
you don't. Yeah, you can't really know like how the crowd is.
Well, they'll
or-
fix it. I'm sure they'll
Well,
put
no,
a camera or something.
you can't hear the crowd, and that's by design. Like you only hear if someone's killing, because if people like laugh really loud, you get a bit of that.
Fucking A.
But dude, I like that better because I can't get in my head.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
listening to other people's set, I'm like, okay, they like this, they don't like sex stuff, they like I don't know. But
Yeah.
now, but if you can't hear that, you just go and do your set.
Oh,
It's
by
fun.
the way, I bombed. So I've been performing every chance I get.
Yeah.
And I bombed so hard the last time I performed.
Leo show.
Yeah.
What happened?
But my set, I prepared
Wait,
my
hold on.
set
How often
so
have you
much.
been? How often? I thought you stopped. Actually, I've been telling people
No.
like, yeah, he doesn't really perform anymore.
I do. I actually am.
Oh shit! I gotta
And
stop saying
and
that.
people are saying like, well, he better stop because
No, it's like more like a sigh of relief. Like, oh, okay, thank God.
Oh, there's someone in chat. Joe.
Ban him.
874305.
Oh, hi,
Hey,
Joe.
Kiko, can you ban him?
No, don't.
Ban that guy
real quick.
Get out of here.
Whoever's here, thank you. Kiko's not in.
Wait,
Oh, no.
Joe?
And Joe left. I wanna promote the streams later. I want people
Dude,
to
you know
join
what'd be
in.
great if, like,
Should we? No, not today.
It could be fun.
Dude,
but
has there ever been like a live podcast Twitch? Like,
Yeah.
probably.
well, there must have been, right?
Joe
Like,
Rogan used to be live.
Really?
Yeah, on
Oh,
YouTube
yeah,
though.
All day, all night.
No, wait. I want to go back to the conversation because I have something to like
I
to
also have
hook
something to say.
onto
I
that.
I knocked Shabby's tray over and I broke a cup.
Really? First night?
First night,
yeah.
he had like the tray of all these like glass cups, and I put on my jacket.
Was he so upset?
I mean, he didn't look happy. He didn't look one bit happy. And I knocked over the tray, like all the cups fell over on the tray, and one fell off of it, and it just smashed, and everyone was. And yeah.
So you're banned from the
and then
yeah.
he said I'm on 2 strikes now.
What's the first one?
I don't know. I don't know what the
Classic
first
Chavi,
strike
dude.
is, dude. And then, but later, like an hour later, I saw another girl break another glass, and I was like, yes. Nice.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm
weight
pretty
classes.
sure that was a plan from you. Like you gave her a 50, you were like, "Could you please break a glass? I'm on thin ice."
You think?
Maybe a 20. I don't know.
Who do you think I am? 50. I was gonna say the club. So first of all, Jesus, the support of the scene is so nice because I got messages when the baby was born from everyone, of course, and everyone was like, "Oh, whenever you want to come, just perform and just do it."
Oh, cool.
And I've been doing, but with shows that I don't need to schedule it, which is like Leo had a show out of the blue, and he was just like, "Yo, come about this day, can you?" And I'm like, yeah, actually it's 2 days in the future I can, but I cannot program my life, so I've only been doing shows like that.
Yeah.
But I have been writing a lot of jokes. I think I
Cool.
have, I tested out a bunch of new jokes at the Leo show.
Yeah.
And I know they're good jokes, but the frustrating part was the delivery. I felt like a crazy person saying
Yeah.
things out loud, like, who am I? Like, it's so weird to be 2 months without performing and then going in. The delivery is just so weird. It's not a.
Can we talk about how that open mic show where you went up and just
Dude, that
crowd
was
work the whole
and,
time?
like, dude, we
And
met
it's like-
an hour before, and he was like, "I got some new good stuff." And I
Yeah.
told all the comedians like, "Gabriel's going up with some new stuff," and then you just
Didn't.
talk to people.
Isn't it like a rule? So I learned after the fact. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a rule that you're not supposed to do crowd work at open mics.
Yeah, for sure. It's
I
kind
mean,
of
it's kind of ridiculous because you go there to test your
Yeah,
material. So if
exactly.
you're just doing crowd work, it's like, what are you?
Honestly-
I just want to waste everyone's time.
Pato was. I actually enjoyed.
I really enjoyed it.
How punk rock that was
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I am very
Sort
punk
of.
rock.
That was very like wild. That was like a
The more
free
you
fall,
say that.
like a very like slow motion free fall.
But it wasn't a.
Dude, but
I
then-
honestly just didn't realize the time was so like off. I was like, I'll do a minute of crowd work just to get my.
And that was your entire set.
And I realized, and I saw the live. I was like, "Fuck, dude!"
Yeah.
I was so upset because I did have a lot of good jokes.
It was like a free fall, but like then he like caught some like branches that broke his fall. Like psh, psh,
Yeah,
psh.
and the branches
yeah.
of the guy in first row. Yeah, that guy who was speaking during everyone's
Super
set.
intense,
Yeah.
super
Dude.
intense. That guy.
Yeah, what did
Actually,
he
he
say?
goes to trivia. I see him all the time
Oh,
at
nice.
trivia. He's really annoying there too.
Wait, the Asian British guy?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Why?
Now it's on Twitch. Now it's on Twitch.
What is? I just said. I literally just said the
What if he
Asian British
watches
guy.
this, man?
What is the
You think
Asian
he's gonna
word?
watch
the
after
new
what he
N-word?
saw?
Well, to be fair, if I'm going to talk shit about someone, I have to have the confidence to say it to their face as well. So I'll just live with it.
So we're looking for you.
I literally
Okay.
called him Asian
Come
during the
at me.
show. No, I think.
I think you called him serial killer or something.
No,
oh,
I
no, that was
didn't.
Lotan. Lotan said you have serial killer vibes, and then the guy said, "Well, you're Jewish."
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Lotan said, "Are you British?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "So it's your fault."
Yeah, it's all-
Lotan
good.
saved that.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him because right before, I don't know if you were there, but right before the show, he was talking about how
Yeah.
during one of his other shows, someone in the crowd screamed "Free Palestine"
Yeah.
in the middle of the show. It's like, how do you recover from that?
Yeah.
He said it really threw him off. So I felt bad for him that another guy was now like, "Oh, you're a serial killer."
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Dude, I really like Lotan. Like,
Yeah.
He's great, dude.
He's
I
so
really-
funny.
yeah.
Like, he has funny delivery just in conversation.
Oh,
you
I
know?
just like-
Dude, you know what sucks? I follow him on Insta, and everything is in like Hebrew, so I can't understand. Like,
Right.
he posts memes. I'm like, I'm sure this is fucking hilarious, but I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, sometimes Hassan Al Fadul does that
Arabic,
too
yeah.
in Arabic, and I always tempted to say right, like to respond to the. Anyways,
He actually put a meme, and I sent him this message. Like, I'm sure this is fucking hilarious.
also Hassan has been killing as well. I saw he
yeah.
performed with Joey in a big show.
I
was
see
in
that guy
Africa.
around town. I see that guy. I saw
Hassan?
him. I saw him in the metro like 5 days ago.
Really?
He was holding a no. It was last week. Like
He was
7
selling
days ago.
chupa chups. He was like, 1 for 3 euros.
He was holding.
I need some help.
He was holding a vase filled with hibiscus juice.
oh,
Yeah,
Damn, that's cool.
and
hibiscus.
He's living a whole
it was
life.
also a random part of town. It was like Pio Siete. What? No, Pio.
Oh.
Bielorrusia.
Yeah, something
He's
like that.
living. Okay, Pio Doce is.
So- It's around here actually.
It's around Avenida America.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not around
Like
here.
a couple
Yeah.
stops there. Like it's a random. It wasn't like in Malasaña or something.
Right,
You know? It
he's
was
living Prosperidad now, so maybe.
yeah. So yeah.
Anyways, the scene is great. I'm so excited to go back to it whenever I can. But the club is also like making it like I really want it. You know, it feels so.
There's an
cool.
open mic tonight.
Yeah, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, right? I need to schedule it. There's a threshold of time where I need to pick the dates, and that like it's
a
2 days.
fine line.
It's a very fine line.
Yeah.
That's
Are
what
you
I'm trying
going?
to say.
Are you going?
I don't think so. No.
But
It's-
I'm stalling. What I want to say is who like we should have guests on. So this is a guest-based podcast. The future guests will be.
Is this our
obviously-
invitation right now? And we'll clip it.
Are
I was actually
Are we
thinking about.
opening?
Joe
Hey,
in the
yeah,
chat,
write
clip
us.
Clip this.
Hey, Joe, clip this.
I was actually just thinking, should we name the people that we want on the podcast, or no? Maybe that's a
A
bad
wish list.
idea.
You want to
No.
put it out in the universe?
Actually, I was
Yeah.
talking to Ashlyn the other day, and she was telling because then she found out I'm like, oh, I do this podcast,
Yeah.
and you had asked her to be on the podcast, and she's like, no way, I'm doing that podcast.
Really?
Something like that, something along those lines. She's like, I'm
Oh,
not
no.
getting on this like broy podcast,
Oh,
and I was
no,
like, yeah,
that's
fair
too
enough.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
I would love, like Ashlyn again.
Me
She's
too.
really funny.
Let's
yeah.
ask. Maybe she will. Maybe she will.
Maybe I don't know. She didn't.
I
seem
think
too
it has to be
adamant.
Pato because if it's like you or
Maybe
me,
it's
it's
me.
just-
She's
she's
bad.
gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna be on your
Yeah,
fucking bro
me.
podcast.
You
Yeah.
give out a lot of man broy energy.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I can't help it. Like
Yeah.
I try to avoid it, but I
Yeah,
can't.
but you just go in with a bro hug. You're like, there's no.
What's up?
You know what? I realized the 2 kisses on the cheek is weird.
Yeah, I stopped doing that.
It's
yeah.
weird, and it's weird at work
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I went to like my boss is a woman.
Shout out.
Yeah,
to women.
on
Shout outs to
on
women.
Women's Month. And when I first met her, I went like instinctively for the 2 kisses, and she put her hand out like, Yo, "Don't you fucking."
Really?
Yeah, and I went for the hand, and I felt
Good
weird
move from her.
Yeah, and I realized, oh, this is sexist. Like, this
Yeah, it
is
is.
like
Of
straight
course.
up because you do it with girls.
Honestly, I went to Paris for a
And
meeting
Pato.
once, and the guy kissed me on the cheeks, and that felt weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you like pull up and we're like,
Wait a
wait
This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. This is
what?
their man broy energy, man. You should
What are you
have
saying?
accepted it. You should have said it felt right.
It felt right.
Yeah, or else
You
you're
should have gone.
alright.
Oh.
It's who I am.
It
What do you
feels
want?
so good.
But honestly, I did take your guys' advice on writing. First of all, I'm back to writing jokes, and also like I need to explain. Context is important, right? You don't want to go into a broy joke about some sensitive subject without explaining.
Like autism, for
I'm not-
example.
yeah, I'm not for autistic hate, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
to do that.
You got to disclaim.
No,
it.
you can't disclaim it like that because then it's like
Not this. There's a.
I think it's just the energy you put off. That's what you have to go by it with.
Fuck.
You
That's
know,
true.
I guess I
If, like
put
if
on-
somebody opens with like, "This is not a racist joke," immediately I'm like, "This is a racist."
It doesn't
joke.
cancel it
I'm
out.
not racist.
That's
True.
true.
I'm not
Yeah.
racist, but
But how do you do that in an elegant way?
I think you just have to be a good person.
All right, shit. Well, that boat has sailed a
And
long
we're
time
back.
ago.
And we're back.
That boat has sailed a long
baby.
time ago. Fuck, dude.
I think you just gotta get better at being a person,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think you just gotta
Maybe.
I'm
fucking.
not saying you're not.
Yeah, you
That's
are.
literally-
not what I'm.
Yes,
that is
exactly
100%
what you're saying.
There's no.
Joe, don't clip that.
Joe,
Joe,
Joey.
clip that, please.
I think.
And then send it to Ashlyn, please. She's gonna love that shit.
I actually think I realize now this is a bot. Joe's a bot.
Joe's no.
Yeah.
Dude, I was kind of attached.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck,
I kind of
dude.
like Joe.
I thought we had a fan.
Wait, how do you know he's a bot?
Is he sending
It
tit
feels
pics
like
or
a bot. The nickname is Joe.
Is he trying to sell his crypto?
873405.
Dude, no, he said I followed you. By the way.
Wow.
He's saying hello. I followed you. By the way.
Oh.
Just
Hello,
for
Joe.
context, we're live streaming on Twitch.
Yeah,
In case you didn't
and we have a
realize.
fan.
You responded to him. You said hell yes.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, what?
But then he disappeared.
Oh my god.
Anyways, no, this is such a better setup than what he had before because we can see each other here.
Because if there's something you needed, it was more distractions.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Oh man. Should I get my list of stuff that I was going to talk about?
I was gonna say, you
Oh, you
guys
brought
need
a
to
set list? This is
Yeah,
how you
I'm
do
just
it, by the way.
like, so it's
Yeah.
been a while since like we like a lot of things have happened, you know, like the halftime show, you know,
Kendrick, yeah.
Kendrick.
Oh,
Killing it.
Kendrick and Drake.
Actually, you know what? I like Drake's new song Nokia. Like, I think that's a good song.
Of course.
And I feel like I can't say that out loud because he's a pedophile.
You know what song I was listening
And speaking
to?
of Louis C.K.
They're like, "Hey, I'm blessed." Straight
What?
up.
The
You know
fuck?
that song?
They just
I
have
don't-
it.
I've-
It's
2016, I think. Drake and Big Sean. I live the life I deserve.
Oh.
No, I don't
No.
know.
Fuck a vacay, I feel better at work.
I was just talking to Nate. He said
I can rap the whole song
Nate's
if
favorite
I-
artist is Drake, actually. So
Nate?
yeah,
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But I think Drake is not there. I never change my opinion because of that beef. I just think
Well, I just think he's like a bit of a loser, but I don't think he's a bad artist.
He lost me when he said I'm way too famous to be a pedophile. That, like I was kind of like I felt kind of bad for him before that. Then I was like, wait, no, you're not. Like that's way out of line. Now I really think you're a pedophile.
Yeah, that's the opposite. Actually,
because you said that.
He has my problem, which is he's just not a good person. He doesn't seem
Yeah,
like.
you know what's funny?
I think he's
when
gotten his head.
Elon Musk did the Nazi salute, I thought of you, and I was like, that's something Gabriel would do.
Come on. Come on.
I think that's how he celebrated his daughter. He was like, "It's a girl." He was like, "I
My
fucking
heart
heart."
goes
like,
out.
no, like in an accidental way, you know.
I do think that's what I mean.
I don't mean
do
like in a
think-
real,
yeah.
like a real Nazi salute. I think like it was kind of like an accident. I think it's kind of wild to think that he was out here doing Nazi
It is
salute.
not. Yeah, he wasn't. There's no way.
I'm saying,
You
like-
think he was?
I don't know. I think he didn't mind it. I think he was like,
Come
"Let's see if
on.
I can get away with this."
You think he was
Yeah,
trolling?
then Steve Bannon did it again. I don't
But-
think he was wrong. I think he was
It's
like,
kind of wild.
you think he's
to-
an actual Nazi? Because to do
sort
that,
of,
put
yeah.
yourself in that brain. To do that, he has to be a Nazi. He has to like before Nazis.
Well, no, I think he
Or-
wants control of the government, which he has. He's already in the government, and he has more power than Trump. It seems like. So yeah, I don't think he. I think he wants to control all the agencies that regulate his business.
Okay,
I don't think
that's-
I don't think he wants to kill all the Jews. But
Yeah, but that's all fair. But I'm just saying the Nazi salute doesn't make sense because of that. Like, because to do a Nazi
I just-
salute is so
look,
out of pocket. Is
I
what
want
I'm
to make
saying.
it very clear.
Yeah, he
I,
is an out-of-pocket
I
guy.
don't like the guy at all. Like I hate Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I would never like.
Are you disclaiming?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Fuck.
But
I broke my own rule, dude. No, but like I think it's outlandish to say that he's like trying to have Nazi propaganda like on
that's what I'm
the
saying.
global stage. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
I think he wants power. He doesn't care how he gets it.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
Dude, isn't it wild how Elon Musk is like running the U.S. government now? What's going on there?
I think Trump doesn't want to do it. He just wants like to be in power and like have
Yeah.
all the fame. But
Yeah, I'm
and
really.
then a guy was like, "I'll do your job for you," and Trump was like, "That's great.
Yeah,
that's the best deal."
Yeah. I'm also reading Socrates. I'm also reading the
You are a
Republic.
dad. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, right.
Oh my god.
I-
Are you getting really into World War II documentaries?
Close. But I can't get over the fact of how boring it is.
Oh
Yeah,
I thought you
fall
were like,
asleep.
I can't believe they lost. I was gonna stop you right there.
My
buddy.
heart goes out. So this is a clippable moment, but we're not going to clip this because we don't want a podcast to be broy, right?
I didn't even listen.
Yeah, right.
I was looking at my phone.
Dude,
I have listening problems.
that was a good one.
Was it?
Yeah, kind of. You missed it.
Fuck.
Look, it's here. I'm reading The Prince too.
The Machiavelli thing.
How was the Prince one?
Dude, are you reading a 500-year-old book
Machiavelli, rest in peace.
about Ferdinand the Catholic?
Yeah, it's awesome. This one is actually good.
Isn't Machiavelli like the family that ruled like Florence?
No, this is just a
No,
really
those are the
smart
Borgia.
guy.
Those are the
Borgia.
popes.
Oh,
The Nicolas Machiavelli. Machiavelli?
didn't Machiavelli kill Tupac?
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli
Exactly.
killed Tupac.
Machiavelli, rest
Oh,
in
Machiavelli
peace.
was Tupac.
Come with me, Hail Mary. He's too young for this.
Run quick, see.
What do we have here now? He starts the song with
Is this-
Machiavelli, rest in peace.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were okay.
But I think it's just a guy that's also named Machiavelli. I don't know.
Maybe it
Who's
was a rapper.
Machiavelli?
All I know is that Machiavelli has a bad connotation to it. Like when you call someone a Machiavelli,
Machiavelli. No, Machiavelli means you're willing to do anything for your goals.
So that's the book.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about this book, it's The Prince is a book just about Machiavelli. He's a really smart guy. He's like a intellectual for the time about power and war. He was the go-to guy in Italy for all that stuff.
Hey.
All right,
Yep.
lower. And he essentially just did like a YouTube video like 5 tips for that's essentially
How to
the
be
book.
a ruler.
Exactly.
First of all, kill the Jews.
The book was literally that. The guy, the prince, was gonna be the ruler of the time. I don't remember.
Yeah, he wrote that for like
forget
referencing
who.
Ferdinand the Catholic, like
Yeah.
our king. Yeah,
And
who
it-
actually did expel the Jews from Spain.
Exactly. Not gonna comment on that. Essentially,
Being got hard.
What the theme of the book is not about to be a just or a moral king or ruler. It's just about how to retain power. So that's why Machiavelli has a bad connotation, because it's literally just power for power's sake. It's completely like the autistic approach again for like power, which is like, let's see it as an algorithm and like how to retain as much power as possible.
Yeah, being
forget about
practical,
morals and everything
yeah.
else. It's just a practical guide to
Retaining
leadership.
power, yeah. Like keep your keys. Like there are keys to power, like the army, like the economy, all that. Keep those well, like in your
Exactly.
pocket, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, how to absorb new kingdoms.
Yeah. I mean, we did have an empire.
I bet Pato is not paying attention.
Yeah. No,
Alright.
no, like you're talking about like power and stuff and autism and something like that.
Yeah.
Like how the Prince is like a
Dude,
guide
I
for
can
autistic
see
people
the
or something.
pong like playing in your head. You're just like pong.
I think I can't pretend to like to be interested in something.
Yeah. No, we can tell.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's it.
Yeah, you're
ADHD.
just such a good person to have at a comedy show.
Yeah.
You're there as an audience member, like, oh.
Freaking yeah,
Oh, okay.
right.
I got your back.
Yeah.
That's ADHD by default, by definition.
Dude, I need to get medicated actually, cause so
He wants meth.
the thing is I've only tried like cause I had to like do a thesis and I've never like taken like Adderall or something like that, but I knew this girl had some Adderall, but she had really strong. It was like maybe like 2 milligrams a pill.
Shit.
It's insane.
Yeah.
All right, 2 grams. Wait, no, 2 grams.
2 grams. No, that's too much.
That's way too much.
That's too much.
overdose.
That would ki- like,
Is that
that
overdose.
was-
Then 2 milligrams.
Yeah.
And so I would try to get it into like a fourth. So I would take like 500. No, they didn't.
Nanograms, maybe? I don't know.
No. It's definitely 2 grams.
Yeah?
And then
megabytes.
And then I'll try to take like 500 milligrams.
Milligrams, yeah.
But I later discovered that that's
Terabytes.
also just a ridiculous amount. Like 500 is a lot.
Yeah.
And Val just got some and she's taking like,
In Spain?
not Adderall, Concerta.
Concertino, yeah.
Yeah. And she's taking like 30 milligrams. That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And she says like, yeah, this is great. And like I assumed it didn't work for me because I just took way too much of it.
Jesus,
But
yeah.
I think I should, if I take like a normal dose, I think it might help me out a lot.
What happened to you when you took that much Adderall?
Oh man, I definitely did the work, but and there was like feeling of like meth euphoria.
Yeah.
Like, I was high.
Yeah.
I was high, and I was definitely doing the work intensely. But the come down, the crash was unbearable. It was really bad,
Whoa.
and I couldn't sleep at all. I also didn't realize because I didn't go to a doctor. I didn't have like a doctor's like
just took it.
consent.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
took it. That you have to take it in the morning. I would
Oh.
take it at like at 1-2 p.m. and so I wouldn't sleep at all.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people do that actually. Just take some hits of Adderall to finish work.
What? Yeah, no, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
right?
but then-
Pay attention.
Yeah, but then, like, what the fuck do you do at night? Do you just, like, look at the ceiling?
Yeah,
for, like,
lying in bed,
hours?
shit, like
Jesus.
on a come down, lying
Jesus
in bed.
Christ, dude.
I think
Just
I don't
jerk
know.
off to infinity.
Yeah, like intensely.
Yeah.
ADHD is just not being able to control where you put your attention to, right? Are you struggling with that at all? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
In what? All right.
I lose attention too quickly.
Welcome to live diagnosis.
Maybe we should change subjects, but like, I don't know. Because I also have it, but it doesn't. The main stuff of life, it's okay.
Are you
know?
medicating?
Never took any medication.
Oh.
I should probably, but I don't need to. Again,
I mean, honestly, it sounds like fun.
honestly, if I had to finish college, I would. I couldn't. There's no way I could finish university without it.
Adderall.
It was literally like I felt my skin burning whenever I was in a class. Like it
Dude.
makes no sense. Like my brain is like, dude, we cannot pay attention to this. Why are we spending 6 hours of a day? Literally losing time because I'm thinking about something else. I have no way to focus on what the teacher is saying. So the amount of classes you have is the amount of time I wasted in a day, and that would just make me go crazy. I was like, this is
When I
makes
got
no
bored in
sense.
class, I would riot. I would just like start talking to people and start to like rile them up. And I was like, we're gonna make this fun. Like this is gonna be an entertaining class.
You can do that, but like you can't do that in like an online class or university later
It would
on.
be weird
Like,
to like put your hand up and
Yeah.
then just like, dude, did I tell you guys this one time we were having online class and the teacher stops the class like any questions and then somebody has their mic on like a hot mic and they start singing. They go and I can bring it back to you and then they
cool.
stop
They
singing.
didn't know they were being recorded?
I
or-
don't think so. No,
Like, they-
I actually have the clip. Like,
Oh,
I have the
really?
recorded clip.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the teacher goes like, "Excuse me, sorry, what was that?" And then he just moved on with the class.
Yeah.
And everybody in the chat was going like, "What the fuck? Like, who was that?"
I never was in a big enough class that those type of things happened.
Dude, I thought it was
Online
hilarious.
classes, I
like
mean.
he waited for the teacher to be like, "Any questions?" He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna shine."
You think he was doing that?
I
On
don't know if it
purpose?
was on purpose. Maybe he was just like singing and he like touched, but it was like such good timing.
Oh.
Like any questions, and then somebody was like, "Oh, what
Yeah.
have you done?"
Yeah. No,
You're a
but
pink pony girl. Yeah, he's in. He's in. I got him in.
Oh,
But I just
I know how
found
to get his attention.
I found a path in life that my ADHD actually helps
oh, what?
in my work and stuff like that. I'm getting promotion even. Oh, I shouldn't. We maybe should cut that actually.
Cut that.
we need to cut
Wait,
it.
why though?
Cut it.
Hey, Joe, can you cut
Hey,
that?
Joe, can you cut that?
I don't know why Joe's our official moderator now.
I like Joe, dude. I want to keep him, even if he's a bot. Like, have you guys seen Chappie? He's kind of like our
Yeah,
Chappie.
yeah, yeah.
I've never seen that. No.
It's not that good.
Apparently, it made strides in like 3D art though. Like the animation itself
Yeah.
is like,
Oh,
yeah,
for real.
it was very impressive.
Oh yeah, because the robot was like, it had this like weird South African like music duo.
Yeah,
Die
the
Antwoord.
Antwoord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
I think you freaky.
Yeah, that band. They do a cover of a 100 Gex song.
Really?
I can never stop. Something like that. That's the 100 Gex song.
Nice.
They do it. It's a fucking banger of a
Banger
cover.
song?
Yeah, it's not the girl though. It's just the guy in the Antwoord.
Boo. On Women's Month.
True. Yeah. Fuck me.
Yeah. Remember? Oh shit! 1 year anniversary of the podcast. First episode was also on Women's Week.
Oh really?
Day March 8th. Yeah.
Yeah.
After the March 8th.
8 M. Really?
Yeah. First
Oh, there we
episode
go.
0. Yeah.
Yay. Season 2.
That's
Season
when
2, baby.
When you called me up and I got out of bed, I was like,
Yeah.
I guess we'll do a podcast.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Wow. And now look at you guys have branched off to other podcasts.
Yeah. And
And
you have the same energy. Nothing changed.
nothing give a fuck.
You're here, just kind of here.
Wait, so how long ago did you do Liam's podcast?
How long for?
How long ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago?
No, Thursday. Yeah, whenever
Here?
Thursday
Did you
was.
also, he also came
Yeah,
in?
but different setting because we were looking at the computer, both of us.
Or were you just like playing
I'll say
games?
something.
Mini-
It's like a stream, right? It feels like a lot of time wasted, more than this one, which
It's saying something.
It's saying something,
Yeah.
exactly. Stream flow is like a lot of like pulling stuff up. It's more ADHD because like you research something on Google and then you see another image. Oh, by the way, this, and then you just go.
And you're just commenting in live.
yeah.
And how did it go? Did you guys like
It
mash?
went funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had some clips.
It went
We're gonna
funny.
post It went funny.
Yeah.
It's a way of saying it. It went great. The problem is, again, I will edit the full length episode because it makes no sense. Like, there's just a point where we stopped talking and just looked at videos. And I'll cut that,
What kind of videos were so
video
interesting?
clips, music, and
You
there's
just were
just
looking
like
at-
5 minutes of Liam going like this. Bobbing his head.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
What kind of music does get Liam going to like bob his head?
It was he was asking me about my rap influences, which I was so happy someone
Yeah.
asked me about that. No one has ever asked me.
Yeah, no, just Mac Miller.
No, exactly. And I was saying, the first one, I have this answer on lock because this is all I think about whenever someone asks me rap influences.
Okay, what are your rap influences?
Thank you very
Gabriel?
much.
Yeah.
The first one is Sean Price, and I know, and it's awesome.
I
And
do not know that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why, again, it's a
Yeah.
unlock answer because I know people wouldn't expect that.
Because you get to show it to people.
Yeah, and it was Sean Price. I showed a song that I really like from that guy. Liam was like immediately like, "Oh yeah, this guy's great." Yeah,
Nice. I'll have to check him out.
yeah. I'm just like explaining that. You guys can
Well,
just
that's
go
it.
watch it. It's
That's
on my
I thought you were
Instagram.
going to say you guys could just go.
Yeah,
You guys can just leave
I
now.
really thought
I'm
you were going to say
reproducing
that.
the Twitch stream,
But
but
you really are reproducing.
you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Did you
How's
guys-
the baby? Good. All right.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Baby's not
see,
bad. That's all I do as a dad. That's as far as my work goes. No, I'm joking.
Hey.
It's,
Okay.
it's a joke. I'm not
For
really.
legal purposes.
I'm actually doing great. I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, you're doing the diapers. You're cleaning
Everything.
his nose.
Yeah.
Barb told me.
Yeah, the showers.
Which is like I didn't realize that like Barb says like the baby she has like the nose clogged up.
Yes.
And she doesn't know to like blow her nose.
Yeah, it's so frustrating.
So you have such a dumb baby.
Yeah.
Like how does
She's
she not
not
know to
smart.
just blow? Just to,
One funny note about the baby
Which I
that
have
I
done.
wasn't expecting is how often they fart. And
Oh,
you
yeah?
guys know me, I'm a fart guy.
oh yeah.
And
She's definitely your daughter.
all I need to do is
This guy
after
ripping them?
dude, she feeds, which is the term they use. She after she's fed.
Yeah.
You
They tend to
put her
eat.
in your arms like this with her belly up. And
Oh, you fold her legs.
It's like a fart gun, is what I realized. yeah, I just go around the house like, blah, 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 and it's so much fun.
That's hilarious.
And it's such a that's my message. If people want to be dads, it's way more fun than people.
You get a fart gun.
Yeah, you get a fart gun. If you're a fun person, you're gonna have fun with the baby. A baby's fun. It's like this silly
it's like a
little,
toy, kinda,
It's
yeah.
kind of at the beginning, yeah, and then it develops. Like I have this joke now.
That's a complicated part.
That
When
is
it
the-
starts asking questions like, "Hey, why don't we see grandma anymore?"
Yeah.
You have to be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
there's many Jordan Peterson books at our house, Yeah, those types of questions.
Dude, ages 4 through
Stumbled that phrase.
4 through
20.
20, I would say.
4, yeah. I guess
Sorry?
4
4
through
till
20.
death. They're pretty
I would say
complicated.
4 through 14. I think 4 through 16 maybe. I have no idea. Those are the ages that I'm just
Dude,
scared of.
My girlfriend has a
Like-
cousin who is 16. I can't
Oh.
fucking stand her.
Yeah. I can see that.
16 is tough. My
Oh,
sister
14.
is
She's 14 actually.
The thing is, like, it's just, there's so many stages. They go through so many emotions. Not that I would know, but like,
It's the
Did
selfish
you just
era.
like come out of the womb as like a full grown man?
Yeah.
You were like, Mom, what are we doing for dinner?
yeah.
He's like,
You know what pissed me off? My father-in-law, he like clumps me and my brother-in-law together in the same age.
Oh.
We're like 3-4 years apart, which is not a lot.
I was gonna say,
But like in our age group, like 20 to 30, I think a couple of years matter a lot, but it doesn't really.
No.
Right? So it's just in our heads.
like Pato's like 40 and we can barely
Yeah.
tell.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, that's right.
I'm basically 40.
But just saying that, yeah, 14 and 16 is the same age group.
Dude.
It's not. I remember being 14
I
and
think
16.
it gets like to a point where like it levels out. Like I think a 16-year-old is way more different than a 10-year-old than a 40-year-old is to a 60-year-old.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But the thing is, this 14-year-old girl, my girlfriend's cousin, she just talks about boys, and she lives in a very small village in Spain.
Uh-huh.
So there's nothing going on. So she just has to create drama. So she's like, this girl says she saw me eating like this guy out, but she doesn't know what she's talking about because she's jealous of me. And then she's
You know what
like,
they should
stuck
do
with it
to
all the
her?
time. Hit her.
There's this camp that is called Hit Her. Okay. I thought you were going to say hit it, like say it. No, you literally say hit her. No.
I do not condone physical violence.
Exactly. How am I the broy dude?
Do you even know what you just said?
Oh, do I have the fame of being the broy dude?
No, not at all.
Are people
No.
talking behind my back?
Dude,
Pato?
people barely talk about you.
Yes, that's the plan. But the point is, another thing I want to talk about, fame.
Fame.
I thought a lot about this.
Why?
Fame. But I just want to say to that girl,
Why
14-year-old
is he thinking
girl,
about fame?
Yeah, something completely unattainable
the
for you.
14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Can I go get a beer?
Go for
Yeah.
it. I actually
Grab
want
two,
the wine.
please.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're gonna be a full.
Dude, I'll be gone for a whole 5 minutes. Damn, you just want to. Okay.
There's this.
Yeah.
There's this like
Actually,
training program called Spartan
Yep.
program here in Spain. I think it's like a franchise.
Oh, but you're talking about this.
It's like a marathon. Yeah, it's like a marathon, but you can
With, like,
sign up for
obstacle
classes
races,
too. Just throw the girl on that. You
think?
yeah. Because I think like high energy bored teenagers are very dangerous. You need to put them in something that is like high
Oh, like
pressure.
tire them out. That's the move. Yeah.
Like mentally and physically. And I think that's what I'm gonna do to Kaitan as soon as she's like a little bit able.
They're doing jumping jacks. Yeah.
Dude,
Every day
Muay
she
Thai
feels
class.
horny. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, no.
Muay Thai kicks.
Muay Thai. You're getting kicked in the face.
Let's practice some boxing.
Dad, I like boys. You're like, oh, buddy, you're going boxing. Yeah, that's funny.
Anyways, fame.
Yeah.
What is your? Are you going after fame at this stage of your
No.
career?
No. I just want to
comedic career.
I just want to like get better and do bigger shows. But I mean, fame, if you do well at this line of work, it comes. But it's not
Yeah.
something. I think fame, like from what I've seen of like comedians who are actually famous, it's more of a drag than anything. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to live your life and people are interrupting.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't like that, but.
But do you agree that like
Thanks, man.
it's a it's almost as like a metric of success for this line of work, right?
It depends. You can qualify success as a number of followers, but I would rather just. Ooh.
Thanks, Liam Coyne, by the way, for this bottle of wine.
Liam brought you wine?
Yeah, dude, 2
Oh my-
bottles.
Wait, I was just
Wow.
told that you could
Yeah.
pour wine, but that's what this little hole's for.
It's not.
Oh, so like, yeah.
No, it really
you gotta
is.
finger the bottle. Yeah.
Finger the bottle away, dude. Careful.
hey, this
no,
is gonna
no,
be
no,
like-
no,
This is how you do it.
no, dude.
But yeah, no, I don't want to be famous. I just want to be funny.
If you're looking for a career in comedy, you do have to have.
Sorry, yeah. If you are doing
But you're not
stand-up,
calculating, is what I'm saying. It's like, are you calculating that part of the equation? Like when we think about like, oh, I have this amount of shows, I want to do this show. I
Yeah.
want to get to the point where this group of people ask me to do this show because that means I'm
Yeah.
funnier. So you have this like plan, kinda, in your head. It's not a formal plan, but
no,
we do have
I
a
know like
plan,
the
sort
steps
of.
to the success I want, and it's just doing more shows and doing bigger shows and getting to
Right.
a point where like I'm bringing in money from shows. But I mean, there's so much stuff to do in comedy. Like I could be a writer, I could like do
think-
late night, I could like
Right.
You know what I mean?
Would you like I'm like would you be super like, let's say you see yourself 10 years in the future, 20 years,
Okay.
and you're the host of a late night show, would that make you like ecstatic? Would that
Oh,
make
yeah.
you really happy?
That'd be a dream. Yeah,
Damn, that'd
Really?
be-
To be like
That would be a
Spain's,
dream?
to be like Spain's Conan O'Brien would be
Fuck.
like just such a big deal for me.
like you'd have like you like have that inside of you. You think like that's a thing that you can potentially do?
Oof, I don't know. Like that's a
Oh,
very
that's a tough
big,
question to
like-
ask.
No, that's
Because
very,
if he says yes, it's like, what do you?
No, I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's fine to say yes.
No, I think it's fine to say yes,
Yeah.
but like, is it a dream? Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, how achievable that dream is, like, it depends on so many things. Like, it not
Right.
only depends on like you being funny, like you have to get noticed, you have to like meet the right people, you have to do all this stuff.
Yeah,
But, I don't
late
know,
night is something that is kind of dying too. So I think it's the wrong thing.
I mean, it's going towards the internet. It's changing. Like in Spain,
Exactly.
we have like maybe two big late night shows like Hormiguero Revuelta,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of like smaller ones.
Yeah, it's very much going towards YouTube, like clips
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I mean, the Adam Friedland show, I think, is a good example of what a late night show.
You did your
is on the
homework.
internet.
Adam what?
Adam Friedland.
You did not do the homework.
What?
Oh, he sent us a video on the group chat, and Pato just ignored it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
But what is it?
He's a comedian that they had a podcast called Come Town before with Nick Mullen and Stavi.
I've heard of Comtown. I know Stavi. Yeah, Stavros.
They had a podcast. They blew up with the podcast, and then each comedian went a different route. And I forgot the name of the dude. Adam
Friedland.
Friedland. He started sort of a podcast / talk show, interview show.
Okay.
Online.
It's as close as to something I would imagine me doing, which is like completely under my control and kind of whatever I
how
wanted
long are the
it to
episodes?
be.
An hour.
They are having long the episodes.
They're
Yeah.
long form. It's an hour.
Like an hour or something, yeah.
So, okay. So
Remember
okay.
once I sent you a podcast that starts with like a short film?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
That's what I mean. They just
Oh
do
no,
a short
I
film
remember
just 'cause
liking it. I remember liking it. Yeah.
They just do it whatever. Like it's just a production company that do whatever they feel like it that week.
here's
right? Revolving around a podcast.
Yeah. Like you can do whatever you want.
That's
Like,
kinda what I want.
I was speaking to a Spanish comedian the other day, Ivan Morita, and his dream, which I
Shout
thought
out.
was like, yeah, shout out, he's awesome. His dream is to have like this space, which is a comedy club, a bar, and then it's a comedy school. So like, what would be the backstage would also be like classes for comedians, and I think that's a pretty cool thing to like strive towards because he wants to be a teacher. Which is something I've never heard
Wait,
any comedian
sorry,
say.
where in here? Like he wants to do that here
In Madrid,
or
yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing that. He
No,
wants.
he wants to.
So
like
I was talking to Charlie actually the other day, and he was thinking about like the idea of starting like an English speaking comedy school in Madrid.
Oh, who?
Really?
Well, I don't think he's gonna do it, but I think like he just mentioned it. He also like mentioned like he wants to start a bar and how he's mentioned a lot of things that
Was
he
he
wants
on
to do.
cocaine? Was
Yeah,
he like
like-
just like throwing out business
We were
ideas?
railing lines in the bathroom. When we, yeah,
Like, dude, we gotta do the comedy
But
school.
what I think it's a good idea, like, because there's no, I don't think there's any English
There's no.
speaking school.
There's a bunch of like stand-up Spanish like programs. They're not official
Yeah.
schools, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, school, like, well, yeah, or even program. Is there a
Yeah.
comedy
If you
school?
remember Paco
What is
Triste's
comedy school?
episode,
Yeah.
he talked about like how. Oh no, he wasn't on this podcast. He wasn't on another podcast.
Dude, what is a comedy school? Sorry to interrupt.
Exactly. There's no such like formal training, but he was saying like he thinks in the future there will be like a college course, like there is music today. Probably there will be.
Well, yeah, comedy's booming right now, so that
Yeah.
would make sense.
Yeah, it's an economy now. It's like
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. So
It's a profession.
I do believe it's gonna be that.
Well, I mean, the thing I did was like a stand-up comedy like boot camp, sort of.
Yeah,
like it's
courses,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like a 6-week program, and then you at the end they actually do give you a diploma.
We talked
Which
about
doesn't
this
officially funny.
on Nate's podcast actually.
Yeah.
I remember because I was like really confused about the whole concept of a comedy school, but
But you get comedy. It's just like comedians who never
Yeah.
really did anything.
let me ask you a question. Now that you're like blowing up, you're gonna be this huge comedian, Victor.
Called it.
No, do you feel like there's a ceiling to Madrid? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah,
question.
like
But-
how
Spanish though? No, right?
like
Spanish,
how bad
there's no.
how bad is the ceiling? You know how bad?
How low? You
But
mean?
let's
Yeah, yeah.
separate it. English is completely different than Spanish. I think Spanish
to
you
be
can
fair-
go really far.
Well, I mean, in English you can too. Like, if you're big enough, like Louis C.K. is coming here and he's selling out what is essentially a theater.
But
like,
you need to like be a trailblazer. You need to make your own
He
path.
didn't make it in Madrid. He didn't make it here.
No, you can make it. You have to make it in Europe. Like, there's this guy, Romanian guy. He was at the lab the other day. Dragos.
Oh, Dragos.
Yeah.
Dragos.
Sorry.
Like, he's touring Europe with an English show, and he's pulling numbers, dude. We saw his financials. Like, he's doing great. So you can do that, but you have to move around Europe.
He shows you guys his finances.
We were like talking about how you manage like the tickets, the money, because he does everything himself.
okay.
Like, he does his own tickets, he does his own like merchandise. He
That's
does
a
his own,
dream for me. Like, yeah.
It is a lot of work though. Like, he's a really smart guy. And he knows the business really well.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get at, because like actually this month I got paid for the first time by Golfo, and they are a legit organization. Not saying that Madrid Comedy Lab is not, but they do pay me only in cash. And Golfo, they were like, "How do you do to like charge?" And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, we can't just pay you. You have to like pay taxes and shit. So
Yeah.
I'm figuring all of that out.
Who said
Okay.
that?
Wait, actually,
Yeah, because I'm not an autonomo. I can't be. So I have to like bill them for my services.
what? That's so strange.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be like the same idea of like, let's say, going to trivia night? I always bring it back to trivia, and there's like a cash prize there. Like the team wins the cash prize.
No,
You
because
know,
that's
like,
under the table. That's like they don't. You
why
don't pay
can't
taxes.
why
on
can't
that.
they just pay?
Because they have to pay like 50 comedians. Like they can't pay all of us under the table. They would get in
Right.
like very big
No,
trouble.
no. Yeah, for sure.
So I have to figure out how to bill a
you need
fucking
to
comedy
be
club.
an autonomo first
I
of
can't
all. Why?
because I
You
work
have a
for,
salary.
I have a salary and I work for a public company.
Yeah, you need to make the jump. Eventually, well, as a comedian, you need to make a jump in full in finances.
Yeah, but that's
everything.
long for like Chavi and Abdullah. I remember they told us like, don't you guys want to go touring? And when they said that, I was like, that's an option. Like
It
that
is.
seems like such a far reach to me.
It's not.
I don't know, man.
Tomorrow you could do it. I think
I
the
mean-
problem really is like separating your actual life for to this comedic
It's also very
lifestyle.
scary, dude.
But
Like
you-
I have a stable job. Like I get money in.
Yeah.
It's a big jump.
Yeah.
And I always think that the person that gives me comfort in that, I think the most is Jimmy Carr.
Okay.
He has a story.
Last person I thought you would have said like,
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was gonna be like someone in the Madrid scene or
Please,
something.
please develop.
He had
Explain.
a very standard job. He looked like a standard dude. He doesn't
Wasn't
look
he
like
a lawyer or something? Or
No, he was just a.
He looks like a lawyer because
He
of
was
the
a
suits.
project manager in like the equivalent of like Repsol in like a big oil
Okay, yeah.
company in
BP?
the UK. Maybe I think.
Yeah, who
I think
killed
so.
all the dolphins?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said like
It's something he
everything-
would do.
Like he said, my life was good on paper. Everything was perfect. He was around 28, and then he said, but I was depressed. So I realized it was this,
Yeah, I get
profession
that. But
thing.
I'm cool. Like I'm not
Exactly. And that's what the comfort comes from. It's like, as long as you're good, you don't need to change anything, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I would like eventually.
Emotionally.
No, yeah, I'm good. Like everything is good, but like it is something I want to pursue. It's just like
You
first
are
of all-
pursuing it.
First of all, there's but like to the next level. I mean, and there's like first of all a lot of resistance internally. Like my parents would fucking kill me. Yeah.
You saw the
Sorry,
chat?
yeah.
You saw the chat?
Joe, clip that shit.
I mistakenly went live with the title "Making Beats" because I also make beats live, and their guy joined and said, "Are you guys actually making beats?"
That's hilarious.
His name
But he
is-
followed me.
and I'm just here talking about my dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bluetooth Foo 24. Yeah, sorry, dude. I did that. That was me again because I was losing interest once more.
But that's funny. That's
I'm
good.
sorry.
Dude, what do I have to do to keep your interest?
No, it's
do I have to like?
Wait,
do
it's not you. It's
Get
me.
me a video. I'll put it behind. Like someone.
not you.
Let's
It's
just
me.
close the subject because
Yeah.
that's exactly the realization I have about fame and money in arts and creative stuff. Because you guys know I was like kind of stressing over that before. No,
Because you are so close to being famous.
No.
So you're gonna have to deal with that.
no,
Yeah.
because for me it's like it feels shitty
He's
to not
really
do.
nailing that into. Like,
It feels shitty to do something and know you can do it better
Yeah.
and you can do it more and you
Yeah.
don't do it and you're like, why am I not doing it more? And the realization I had is like emotional balance. As long as I'm okay with my life
Mm-hmm.
and with myself and my self-worth, you don't need to do it more. You know what I mean? You don't need to stop everything and start touring like a crazy man.
Yeah.
You don't need to write every day like a
And
maniac.
also, I'm not ready. Like the other day, I was talking to Chavi, and he was like, maybe we could do a theater, but our jokes are not theater ready. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, don't you want to do a theater? And he's like, I don't want to bomb at a fucking theater.
Imagine.
And I get that. Like, you have to like. If once you get going, you might like run the risk of going too fast too soon, and that's also a thing. Like I have maybe in English a good 25 minutes. That's not like enough. Like I have to build it up more. You know what I mean?
Yes.
do you think you'd be
I don't
able
wanna
to
rush.
book a theater like if you put enough effort into it? Like I don't know.
Me.
Yeah, like today, would you like be able to get in contact with someone to get a theater? For
I
you?
could, but then the fuck do I fill it out?
I think
Yeah.
it's
Like-
the metric versus how it feels like, because the metric, like you can sell out a
Can you
theater.
imagine? I fucking rent the theater and just my parents in the front row. And I'm like, welcome to the show. And they're like, this is so sad.
But let's say you sell out a theater, you get all the money, you perform a show, but in your heart you know it's a shitty show. People are laughing, but you
Oh,
feel it.
that would kill
you
me.
feel bad.
Yeah.
So the career on the creative path needs to both feel good and reach the KPIs.
I want to do the jokes I want to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So you cannot rush it because if it doesn't feel right, it's not good.
Yeah.
So that's the realization I had, and I think it's pretty good.
I mean, I think that's similar. I think I would feel like a hack, which is something I
Exactly.
think is like horrible.
Self-worth, yeah, back to
I don't know.
I've been looking at the camera a lot more.
You look good, man. That's your good side.
Yeah, you're good.
You know, I want to say this live. He made me change seats because he wants his good side on camera. So I'll let the chat determine if it's worth.
I'll admit that live as well. That is completely true.
Can I
look
ask
good,
you,
too.
Pato?
What?
What are the subjects you have on that beautiful list of yours?
Just normal subjects.
them
Speaking
out.
of like of like late night hosts and stuff like that, I don't know if you guys saw like Conan killing it at the Oscars.
Oh yeah,
Did you
the
get it?
Dune Worm. Oh my god.
What?
The Dune Worm bit?
Oh,
where he's like
yeah.
playing the piano.
And he's like, you don't understand. The budget's like,
Yeah.
we gotta reuse the same bit.
We gotta do it twice. Yeah, he was really good.
No, he's just. I just love Conan. I grew up watching him, and it's so good to see him like kill
He's
it.
aged so
finally,
good.
like they're like because
At that
everyone's
stage,
everyone's
yeah.
been saying like, oh, finally we get like a decent Oscars with a decent host. I'm just a big fan of the Oscars and like ceremonies in the U.S. because I grew up watching the shit and like just eating it up. I love it.
I think I didn't watch it because I didn't know where to watch it. I was struggling with. I was like the old guy. Like, where do I?
So I torrented it the day afterwards.
See, too complicated.
It's so easy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You just set up the most complicated
Yeah,
OBS
dude, we're doing a live stream, and you're like, I don't know how to watch the
The
Oscars.
last time I torrented something was definitely porn. Can you turn out the lights? The second, someone.
yeah, sure.
I don't know. I just
Not me.
gave
That's not- that's
generic orders. The second one, yeah. There you go. Very good. Sorry. The
So
Oscars.
One
But
of them was the Oscars. I love the Oscars.
what about the films that won? Do you guys?
Yeah, dude.
I like the Nora, but I think it got like too many awards.
Absolutely not. Okay,
Which
so-
one? The Norm.
Nora.
Lenora.
Anora. I didn't watch it.
Such a good movie.
I didn't even know it was a runner-up.
Such a good movie, dude.
I mean, it's good. I liked it. I honestly, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked. Actually, we
I've
talked
seen-
about. Yeah, we talked about movies like a while ago.
I've seen most of the Oscar movies except The Brutalist. Like I think that's the only one I
Oof,
did.
dude, it's 3 hours and a half. Fuck
my
that
brother
shit.
said that movie changed, like blew his mind. It was so good.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kiko.
I
But
feel
I don't think I'm watching it.
I
3
feel
hours and a
bad.
half with the intermezzo. Go fuck yourself.
Intermezzo.
Intermezzo.
Dude, so Adrian Brody's speech, did you see?
5 minutes longer than the
No, it was
fucking
like
movie.
8 minutes, dude. And
Jesus Christ.
before going on stage, his wife got up from her seat, or I guess like I think girlfriend or something, which apparently was like Harvey Weinstein's ex-wife. I don't
No
know.
way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She has great taste in men.
And dude, yeah, I don't trust Adrian Brody at all. I don't
At
trust
all.
that man.
No.
But so like he's going up on stage and she's like, "You're gum, you're gum." And so he takes the gum out of his mouth right before he gets on stage and he chucks it at her.
What?
You didn't see that?
He chucks the gum.
He takes gum
You
out of
didn't
his
see
mouth.
that?
And he catch it with her mouth and he go like.
I think she caught it. I don't remember.
Can
if
you
she caught
imagine
it,
he
though.
gets like Leonardo DiCaprio in the eye or something? He's like, oh my god, fuck.
That would be the best case scenario.
That's
dude.
bro-y energy, right? Because it's like on the spot, he's nervous, and his first reaction is aggressive, throwing gum at his
Dude,
wife.
you're like really in your head with this
yeah.
bro
Yeah,
energy thing. No, you're fine.
Ashley hates me. It hurt.
No, that's literally not what I said. That's literally not what I said.
You said Ashley
I said
hates you.
No, she made fun of the whole podcast. She's
We
like,
do-
I think like it's too much of a broy podcast. She said like, and I get her. It's totally understandable.
Yeah, we'll have her on. I'll beef with her about this.
I also like Paco Triste told me I had bro energy too. Like
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, we were in the back of like the. And
It's not true.
And I went in like, hey, what's up, guys? He's like, there he is, the fucking jock.
No, it's not true. I think it's all a matter of perspective.
Hey, there you go. But yeah,
Back to the Oscars.
So Adrian Brody starts doing his 8-minute long speech, and like 2-3 minutes, I don't know how long they give you until they play the music, into his speech, which is already too long. He tells them like, no, turn the music off. Like I've done this before. Turn that shit off.
Really?
And they do. They turn the music off.
Whoa.
dude.
He has this power for some
guess
reason.
it.
I didn't know he had so much power.
He
in
could slap Will Smith. Like he has that kind of power.
Yeah, he was. That's
Dude.
good.
Douchey bro-y energy.
Jesus Christ. Dude, let it go.
Nah,
Oh my god.
I will not. I will not. But the Oscars.
Sometimes I say stuff and it really gets in your head, and I want to let you know that you.
Because you're one of my closest friends, and whatever you say, I take it to heart.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I should stop saying stuff to you then.
No, don't.
Okay.
Just be careful.
I don't.
Just
Be
mind,
careful with my feelings.
mind the feelings ahead.
Yeah,
you
maybe
know?
I should like just mind my words more.
Road work ahead.
No.
That's what we like about
One
you.
of the reasons, we're so close is because you're like that.
Yeah.
And it's probably true. It's probably good
Yeah.
advice. And
I think you have a good side.
I think it always. Yeah. Wait. What?
You have a good side.
I got a good set.
side.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
But also, when are you performing comedy ever?
I realize. I don't know.
Are you thinking about it still?
Dude, yeah. God, I
It's
keep.
so crazy.
I
That's
hate it.
ADHD.
I hate it.
That's ADHD, right? Because you want it. I feel like you want it, but I don't think you're writing. I
Actually,
think you.
one of the things that I wrote is because I didn't realize that you were actually doing comedy. One of the things is I wrote, I was like, what is like this podcast isn't, it can't be a pod. What did I write?
It can't be a comedy podcast.
Yeah, I was like, what are we doing here? Like Victor's the only comedian. I wrote problem.
That's hilarious.
I wrote problem. Only Victor's a comedian now.
Oh,
The
that
only
is a problem.
stand-up. That's fine.
No,
dude.
but I'm doing. I'm not. It's not going to be my main
But
thing.
it's gotten to a point where you guys are as part of the community as much as I am. Like you went to the
Yes.
comedy lab and everybody knew you. Like, it's not like one
No,
of those-
I genuinely have a good time in saying hi to everyone. Like, because they're like friends to me,
and people like you. Like you're a well liked person.
Thank you.
It's
I
a-
hope so. Except Xavi.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like anyone apparently.
No, he likes you. What are you talking
No,
about?
I know. Yeah, I think he does.
Of course he does.
I think he does.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I sent him
Chavi's a
three.
good guy.
I
hate
sent
people.
Xavi 3 memes and he hasn't responded. This is your last chance to respond to my
There's
fucking
no
meme.
shot. Xavi's watching us. Clip it, Joe. Clip
Dude,
it.
clip
Send it
this
to
shit and send it to
Yeah.
Xavi. No, Xavi, like, we started sending each other memes, and then he sent me a good meme, and then I was like, oh, I gotta repay.
Right.
And then I sent him what I thought was a good meme, and no response. Visto, 3 horas. And I was like, fuck you, Xavi. So I sent him another meme, and then he ignored that too, and I was like, this is your last chance. And he sent the third meme, no response. And I saw him yesterday at the lab, and I was like, I'm gonna bring it up. But then I was like so into my head. Like,
There's only one way to go about this, and it's you keep sending him memes.
Yeah,
you
just
bombard him with
don't
memes.
stop.
And they get shittier.
Actually,
They're just gonna get
I've
shittier.
done that once with Sherwin. Like, he kept sending me memes, and I forgot to respond. And then he sent me an audio saying, "Yo, it's not about you. It's just I'm not sending you memes anymore." I
Like
love
a
you.
meme breakup?
Yeah, you're a good
Hell yeah.
guy, but
Wait, Sherwin
you're
said
not
that to you?
Yeah, but you're not a meme friend. Stop him. I'm like, yeah,
That's
sorry,
hilarious.
dude. Fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was a fair point. You know.
Yeah, he sent me a meme. Like, but the thing is, I don't think Sherwin and I know each other's like taste in memes yet because he's sending me like street interviews of people saying wild shit. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to like when somebody sends me a meme which is not to my taste. I don't know what a good like form. I don't know the etiquette of saying like this is not my format.
I'm
you know?
such a dick. I used to, like another really close friend of mine. To be fair, is well, like he would do that. He would send me memes that were not up to my quality, and I would rate his memes out of 10.
Oh, nice.
I'd be like 4 out of 10.
Whoa, this is an awesome move.
Dude, that's a power. That's Adrian Brody being like, don't fucking play me off.
I'm adopting that move.
Dude, I have a group chat with a bunch of my like school friends, and we send each other memes. And if we get like 4 likes, which is like all the people who are in the group, that to me feels like
Yeah.
an Oscar.
Yeah. Oscar.
But like once I got like 4 likes on a meme, and I swear to God, I like did a screenshot, and I just have that screenshot in my gallery.
That's
Yeah.
insane behavior. That's
I
insane
know.
behavior.
What I was gonna say, the best meme guy I know is Adrian.
Adrian has some good memes.
But specifically for me, because he sent me
targets them.
Brazilian memes. But like
Oh,
people
yeah,
send me
yeah.
Brazilian
think you
memes
said.
just because they're Brazilian and they
Yeah.
don't think about me. But Adrian sends me the Brazilian memes that he knows I specifically will enjoy, which are like unrelated at all to the culture of Brazil. It's just like very strange Brazilian stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fine memer.
Yeah, Adrian and me just send each other food memes because like we're really into cooking.
Yeah.
So we'll be
okay.
like sending each other like spice memes and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude,
I miss Adrian, dude.
Yeah.
I said he opened a question box on Instagram once saying, "Where should I go next in Spain?"
And you said my house?
No, I just said, "I don't know, but I miss you, sexy hunk," and he didn't respond. I was like, maybe that's too much. Maybe I went too strong.
I don't know, but I want to suck you
But I want to
off.
suck your dick, you hunk.
In the metro.
Yeah.
Metro booming.
Back to you, Pato.
I had a great time singing karaoke with the comedians.
Oh yeah, you went to Emily's party.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was such a good time, man.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Dude, Nate and you texted me. I felt so bad.
That's another one I missed. I wish I could have gone.
No, Nate wanted to make you feel really bad.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I realized that I was already doing that. That's why I backed off. I was like, no, don't worry about it. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
you guys had no effect on how I felt at all. I
Wait,
was so
what?
tired. I was so tired.
Dude, you were literally sending me like super sad dog, like me, like
Can I just
face.
say
Oh yeah,
something?
stickers don't count.
Maybe something to cut, but isn't it weird that we're talking about comedians doing parties and maybe other comedians won't be invited and then like
It's a normal part of life.
yeah
Yeah.
so fuck those other people.
No, I mean
All
it's
right?
just normal. Like you can't invite everyone in the world. Like
Yeah,
That's true.
Especially when you have to like pay for space.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a little get together. What, people aren't allowed to hang out anymore? What's going on?
Yeah, what the
Alright,
fuck?
sorry.
What is
Um,
1985 Elon Musk? What the fuck?
Dude, but anyway, like I
Right.
get there, like so I've never like sang karaoke in front of like a crowd. Like I've always been too scared to go up because I got like stage fright, right?
Yeah.
Can't go up. But this is like the first time where it's like private karaoke, right? Yeah, I can't get it up.
Yeah.
It's just like with your friends and stuff. And I went in there thinking like, no, I'm gonna need like 3 cocktails to like start like actually singing.
Whoa.
Dude, I was there 5 minutes and I was singing all night long. It was so much fun.
Yes.
I really wanted to go to
Was
that.
it Chapel Roan? What did you? What was your first
So
song?
no, okay, so I only put one song because the list was so long because
Yeah.
people kept adding. But I
Yeah.
just like there was like 2 or 3 mics, so like people could just get up if like they know the song.
Yeah.
Like I got up on just so many songs. I personally put "Common People" by Pope. Do you guys know? Like I wanna be like common people. Yeah, I put that one song, and yeah, it was a good time.
It's like, is that the song about like the kid who's like, but your roaches, and like he's just trying to live like a humble life.
It's this.
But his dad could like take him out anywhere.
It's like this humble living guy that meets a really rich girl that she wants to live like a humble life
Okay.
and like a normal life. But yeah, I even
Like
looked
an
into it.
uptown girl.
I feel like I missed out on that one. I wanted to go.
Yeah, but you're a dad.
Yeah, my life's over.
How is it talking to other parents now? Because you're probably the youngest parent.
Practical.
Oh, like
Yeah.
straight up like tips.
Yeah.
Like how do you
I
clean
was
an ass?
A little bit in my head about the age gap thing because
Yeah.
I'm way younger than most people. But it's just really practical. Yeah. It's just really good to know what other parents. Because sometimes in the middle of the night, she's doing something weird. And then remember, oh, the guy
Gang
said.
signs. She's like, yo, fuck this. And you're like, what do you do when your baby starts showing crib signs?
Crib signs, yeah. You join her,
Oh yeah.
is what you do.
Yeah, when you were saying like, or is this even interesting to you about like when you're talking about your baby and stuff like that? And I like,
What would you know about, what would you want to know about parenthood? Something that you're legitimately like
I don't think I
curious
am.
about.
I don't think not in them.
Anything.
No.
Zero.
Mm.
It's insane. It's human birth. It's how
Yeah.
Well,
humans
I
are formed.
actually asked Barbara a bunch of questions about the birth. I was really interested in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the C-section. That's wild.
It is
like
wild.
she was like, yeah, they just open you up. Like she said, which I think is fair. She preferred the C-section than a natural birth because it was instant. Like they open you up, they take the baby out.
Yeah.
You're not there for hours waiting.
Yeah.
Like whenever it goes out. But then she said it hurt a lot for like
After-
the few
after the fact.
which makes sense because they ripped your uterus.
Yeah. It's not surgery. It just becomes a surgery. And the natural birth is this whole like primal thing
Which
where
is bad
she's
because, dude, we are
screaming.
badly about like our heads are too big for our hips.
Yeah.
So it's like we should do
We should do
C-sections.
surgeries,
We
yeah.
should do surgeries at this point.
Also, people can now choose the sex of the baby if they do like
Oh yeah,
artificial insemination.
What's the name of the guy? Andrew Schultz did a special. and
Talking
he
about it.
Yeah, talking about it.
Oh, wow.
Like you
I
can,
wanna
if you
watch
do in vitro, you can choose the sex of the baby.
It's
Which
crazy,
Would you do
Dad.
that? Would you like choose?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Really, I couldn't choose the sex of the baby.
I think I would go. I
Careful.
I think.
We're a bro-y podcast, remember?
I know.
We need to clean our slate.
But
I'd pick a dude 100%. 10 out of 10 times.
I was-
if I had 4 kids, I'd pick 4 dudes.
I'll pick a dude, but I'll force him to get a sex change later.
yeah, so you can try both. When
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
15,
yeah.
you're like, okay, now I want to do the other half. Like, yeah. No, I would think I'd pick a guy, but then after a while, I think I'd be like, fuck, this was a mistake. I couldn't say it to his face, but whenever I saw him like eating sand or whatever the fuck like little boys do, I'd be like, I fucked up.
I low-key
100%
wanted a
fucked
girl.
up.
Like, I actually wanted a girl.
Cool.
But I was open-minded because if I had a boy... Like, Barbara really wanted a girl. Like, that's her option.
Yeah.
Girl.
She would choose a girl.
To the point where she said, if it's a boy, I'll get over it. Like, she was like...
Really?
Yeah, she really wanted a girl.
Damn,
And I
dude.
was like, you cannot say that. I'm like, she's like, I'm just being honest. I cannot not be honest with
I'll
you.
get over
Dude,
it.
something really interesting that I always remember about Jaime and Isa's like gender reveal party.
Yeah.
You know how like their like grandparents were there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget because like one of their grandparents was like one of their grandmothers. She was like praying that it wasn't a girl because
Whoa.
she's had such a tough life as a woman, and I thought that was so sad.
What?
First of all, that alone is sad, and then
It's
like
sad.
her reaction when like because it's a girl. She just like I saw her face and she was just like
Really?
yeah I thought it was I always remember that.
That's devastating,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my
That is
God.
really, like, tough to hear.
So it just made me
Jesus
feel like,
Christ.
what did she go through? Like that's
Yeah.
it's wild, man. I feel bad for her.
Damn. Yeah, no, that's... I think that's the worst part about being a parent, which is like dangers of the world. I'm
Yeah.
a little bit paranoid, starting to get paranoid about that, but I'll deal with that later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, she's like still here. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
she's
like,
just a little potato.
Speaking
you know?
of like
Yeah.
women and men, like the International
Jesus
Women's Month. Why is there no International Men's Month?
Come
Am I
on, man.
right,
Come
guys?
on,
Like,
dude.
what's up with that?
Oh wow, yeah, we're just going full in. Hey, clip that.
What's up with that?
Joe, let's clip this shit.
Hey, Joe, I want you to clip it.
Yeah, Joe, clip me.
Send it to
You know
my
what?
mom.
I'm clipped. I'm circumcised, so
Are you?
I am.
I remember
Yeah,
this discussion.
I unfortunately am circumcised as well. Yeah,
I'm I'm not.
You know, my favorite podcast is they ask all of their guy guests if they're circumcised or not.
Oh.
That's like
Dude,
one of
but
their
why
things.
in America it's a thing? Like it's not even
It's
like
like
a
I think
religious.
it's like 30 to 40% of Americans.
because you're like your family is Mexican Catholic, right?
Yeah, it makes no sense for me to be circumcised.
Yeah.
It's just healthier. In Brazil, everyone gets
So
circumcision.
healthier? Why?
Cleaner is what the doctor
Dude, you can
said.
just pull it back and
Dude,
clean it.
I don't care what anyone says, dude. I don't
I
care
don't.
what anyone says.
I wouldn't. I would just lay there.
I'm just lazy, yeah.
And every month I'd be like, oh my god, is
I
that
just-
cheese? What the fuck?
Just
Wait,
spit on it.
did we talk about this because you also wish that you were not
Yeah,
circumcised?
we
I
had
mean, I think the thing is, you guys say you lose sensitivity, so I always wonder, like,
Yeah,
how
I don't
how
think
would
so.
it have been?
We're missing out 100%.
Yeah.
You don't.
Like, how hard could I come?
you gain
Yeah, like
sensitivity.
if-
The cap, the hood,
Yeah.
that stays on it, it's just skin. It does it. You don't feel anything on
But
it,
now, my thing is brushing against my underwear all the time,
which is
so
makes it
can't
more
get-
sensitive. No,
No, there's
No,
like
it
natural.
is.
Oh, we did have this conversation.
We
I
had the
remember.
exact
I remember you
same
saying that.
conversation,
Yeah,
yeah.
No,
We're
there's
circling back.
natural lubricant that you guys
this is
get.
season 2, guys. We need to bring
We need to bring
more to
this
the
up.
table than
Yeah.
just
What are
dick
you gonna do to your
discussions.
babies?
That, and we wonder why Ashley thinks this is a too broy podcast.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
No, she's never listened to it. She just assumes that it is.
Ashlyn,
You're too caught up on Ashlyn's
on your
opinion.
behalf, we'll talk about vaginas.
There's no way
Ashlyn.
she's ever gonna see this.
You know what? I have
Prefer
a
vagina?
thing. I want to say this, and this is a. Okay, I'm gonna get into sex stuff. Okay?
Let's get into sex.
stuff. Okay, so I've gotten really good at like masturbating my girlfriend.
Ooh.
Very well. Like I get the button and I'm there.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
You become a pro at it every
Dude,
single
I'm
time.
gotten
You
good.
know where things
I've
are.
gotten
Yeah.
fucking good. But
Yeah.
the thing is, when she's like close to finishing, she starts moving
Whoa.
around. She's like, whoa, and I always fucking lose it, and I don't know how to bring it up to her because she's clearly enjoying herself. But she's like, going like, oh, it's so good, and I'm like, oh my fucking
It's
god,
just
dude.
something you need to learn how to write it out. You know, you need to
But I
figure
feel
it
like
out.
a cowboy. Like this is like a wild horse, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, I'm just trying to stay there.
Like
That's
a,
awesome.
like a rodeo.
yeah, sort of.
Pretty cool. Yeah, those specifics that you learn in a long-term relationship.
fuck?
It's so fun. It's so fun. Vice versa too, right?
But I have to bring it up. Like at one point, I have to like stay still. Like I get you're enjoying yourself, but this is hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm.
Sex gets
Yeah.
better if you know how to explore
Yeah.
in a relationship.
Yeah, for
there's,
sure.
Yeah, there's questions.
get
There's questions I
stale.
can ask.
But
You can ask.
Does she? Can she? I mean, this gets too personal now. I feel like
No,
I don't
if-
even know your girlfriend.
Yeah, just
Like,
hit me, and I'll see if I can answer.
Can she only come if you like do it from like from the outside?
No. Like we come from
I
penetration.
feel like this
Oh,
is
as
not
well?
even
Yeah.
just a funny comment. It's just too
Oh, it's real
intimate.
though. I mean, there's a lot of women that can't come through penetration.
That's what they
True,
told
true,
you.
true, true, true. I learned how.
Season 2, bitch.
No,
That's-
I'll say this.
No, it's
If
like
you-
most women, right? Like 99%.
All of them.
It's like all the women, right?
You learn how to do it. Is what I'll say.
You learn how to-
Penetration. You're able to do it right after some time.
Yeah, I love when people that have been in a relationship for like 20 years try to like talk to me about like
Yeah. Do you think you could
having
make
sex.
another woman?
Dude.
Do you think you could make another woman come at this point of your life?
Another woman?
Another woman.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think so. I
It
don't
would
think so,
probably
buddy.
take me like 3 or 4 times turns.
Yeah,
to
that,
figure
you've
it out.
lost her. You've already
Yeah,
lost
you
her.
already
If it
lost
takes you
her.
like 3 to 4 times, she's not
Fuck.
seeing you again. She's not calling you back.
Yeah. Isn't it shameful that we guys just come so fast and so easy?
Yeah, it's a bit of
2
a
seconds, right?
Yeah, the average. No, you know what's wild? It like I realize I masturbate a lot because like whenever I get to see my girlfriend and we can like, it takes me longer and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with your dick?" And I'm like, "It's exhausted."
Yeah,
it's just like 100% worn out.
We had a tough week.
This was a tough week at work, baby. Like I had to like relieve stress.
I had a funny story that happened to me. I won't say it right now, but to my friend. So basically, we went to a party, and he ended up hooking up with this girl. They took shrooms at like 6 a.m. So they stayed up until 10 a.m. at his house,
Wow.
grinding up on each other, just like
Whoa.
grinding
Oh,
up, vibing,
petting.
listening to music, grinding up on each other, but like really like heavy grinding.
Who has time
and he
for
said,
that?
"Oh yeah, I don't know, man." And he
Single
said
people.
that like by the time that they went to his bedroom, it was like 10:30, and then like they're trying to like now like finally fuck. They were grinding on each other for so long that his dick like was hurting, and he couldn't, and they couldn't have sex after that.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That happened to me once. I got cut my dick for grinding.
You cut?
Yeah,
I cut
I
my
think that's
dick.
what he said. He said he cut it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like 15 years old.
Damn, dude.
It wasn't on me too. The girl was too aggressive.
Were you wearing jeans or?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't having fun. It came to a point where I was like, come on.
Yeah, this is not.
Relax.
And now I just want to ask him if he's circumcised or not. Now that I think about it.
Me?
No,
The guy probably. If he like, yeah, right.
That would make sense if he was.
But yeah.
Okay,
We
let's
have less
change
protection.
subjects. Also, we need to
I was
close
enjoying
it.
How long are we running for? Yeah.
We need to close it eventually.
Okay, let's close.
Last subject. We have 3 options. The options guy.
Yeah.
Another one of your listed subjects.
I can check it out.
Victor, something that you maybe want.
Okay.
And me, I can talk about the day of the birth.
Oh, that's interesting. That's gonna be hard to beat. Let me see if I have anything.
We have time. We have more.
Oh, actually, I have a funny story about my little nieces. I wanna
Go for it.
because like, okay, so you're a dad and you're gonna have to educate a child.
Yes.
And a thing that I think is hard about children is you can't laugh when they say bad words.
You can't?
You can't. You cannot because
It's
they
serious.
just say it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my 2 like little nieces, 5 and 7, they were playing. They were sharing a toy, and then the 5-year-old goes.
What was that?
Yeah.
They were sharing
Careful with
a
the
toy.
hands. It's not just the Nazi salute.
Oh,
it's,
fuck yeah.
yeah.
They were sharing a toy, but
They're
they were
other-
like jostling for it, right? And the 7-year-old says to the 5-year-old, "You gotta share." And then this is all in Spanish. The 5-year-old says back, "Cállate, puta!" And yeah, that was my reaction too. But you can't laugh. And now the 5-year-old is saying, "Cállate, puta!" all the time.
You know,
yeah.
it's like in Spanish though. It's because the swear words are so much more visceral, and in like that's a whore.
Yeah.
You
Shut
know,
up, whore.
like
Shut up,
I was
whore.
gonna counter your. I was gonna counter your like argument by saying like because in English like the swear words aren't that bad. You know,
Yeah,
it's
shit.
like what does
Yeah.
fuck even mean?
What if she said like "shut up, cunt" or like that's a big
Still
one.
mild compared to shut up, whore.
Yeah, maybe whore is worse than cunt.
Whore is a strong
Yeah,
one, you
maybe.
know?
I always cuss around kids in English.
Just like so they repeat it at home like "pussy bitch fucking."
My sister had one that we thought was cute because in Portuguese you said puta mierda.
Mm-hmm.
But she thought it was puta mierda. And that
Mierda.
was cute.
Yeah.
She kept saying that forever.
That's funny.
And also like cursing and stuff. Have you guys watched Captain Fantastic, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna do that, but like something close to that. Like I think there's
You're gonna live out in the woods?
Yeah, no.
Like, what, is that the plan?
No, I watched that movie and was like, there's some things that guy is right about. Like,
Oh, yeah, some.
you don't
Oh,
need to
Absolutely. I mean,
to
it's just the society. Like,
yeah, protect your kid from literally everything.
No, he can read Lolita when he's 13.
Yeah,
That's just a book about pedophilia.
because we do, right? When I was like 10, I already had a computer and I already knew
That's
way
true.
too much.
No,
We've
you're-
been through this. I mentioned
you're,
about the
you're looking at specifically like how he's like raising his kids like intellectually.
Yeah.
Where like I'm thinking like it makes sense like to like the society that we live in, but this is just
You want to
what-
show her to the camera? No?
No.
All right, sorry.
Let's not put the baby on the internet.
Just put her face like this.
Hey, put her on the internet and Joe will clip
on.
it.
Yeah, Joe, clip this shit.
It would be funny.
No, don't put the baby on.
Dude, don't stop
All
it.
right, all right.
Hey. And he was
Popcorn.
and he was
Sorry.
going about the Captain Fantastic thing. Like, I'm gonna do that. And then he was like, immediately, let's stream the baby.
Let's
Yeah,
stream
yeah.
the baby. I streamed the baby on Liam's podcast. Yeah, we did it.
Really?
Yeah. But the point what I'm saying is,
It's good to know we're morally superior to you and Liam's podcast.
That's not a high bar to clear, to be fair.
yeah, honestly. My
Liam
point
Coyne
is,
is drunk right now. Actually, Liam Coyne, I do want to say this. He's debuting his 1-hour solo show in Spanish, Sucio. So yeah, go check that out if you're into Spanish comedy.
dude,
Friend of the pod.
I was so like impressed by that, and I completely brushed it off last time we hung out. I didn't mention it once. And afterwards, I was texting him like, "Dude, I'm sorry I forgot to mention. I'm super proud of you and inspired by you." Yeah, dude, a full hour. It's whoa.
That's
He's doing
awesome.
it on a theater.
That's awesome. How bad
Theater?
did you bomb?
No, it's a club, but still.
How bad did you bomb in a show? Why did you bomb?
Just wrong performance for the wrong
In
crowd.
prosperidad in Spanish?
No, I performed for Leo. He had a one-off
Oh,
show.
Leo, not Liam. Oh, okay,
Leo
okay.
Di Battista.
How many people were at the show? Like big crowd? Or?
Not a lot of people, like
Yeah.
6,
Makes it
7.
harder. Oh,
And then I was just performing a new material that I had, all new jokes, completely like 12-minute set. And
Wow.
I didn't prepare anything else, and I didn't want to do the same mistake as last time, so I was doing zero crowd work or close to zero.
Was it English or Spanish?
English. And then I was just doing my material. I got a couple of laughs from Leo and Liam. Like they were laughing a lot backstage, and I could see that the jokes were funny, but just the crowd was just upset about it. Oh, I remember something. And then I have a joke about cross-eyed people because I'm saying I went to visit a school.
Yeah.
And I asked the lady how you deal with what's the protocol for autism because I have autism in the family.
Yeah.
And she said we have
Shout out Kiko.
That's a legitimate question.
No, yeah.
And then the teacher said, "Oh no, we have autistic people around, I think." And I was like, first of all, I think is not reassuring, right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, we went to a classroom. She pointed at a girl and said, "That's the autistic one." And then turned around, just a cross-eyed kid. And I was like, I think she's just cross-eyed. And then I look at her crowd. There was a cross-eyed girl there. She was like, "Come on," like she upset about it.
Oh my god.
And I felt bad. And I felt bad about the whole set because like I think I came up too strong. Like the jokes were a little too heavy. Again, the context thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
You have to let people vibe you out first, and then you can go into the heavy stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't level out the room. I didn't like level. I mean, I didn't bring myself to the room. I was doing my set and trying to bring them up here, and that's wrong, I think. So yeah, it was just
Yeah, if you're
rookie
gonna do like
mistake.
heavy stuff, you gotta get people to like you, and then you're already
Right.
You can't start with the heavy stuff because
Yeah.
people don't fucking know you.
Yeah. So the jokes, I do vouch for I think the set that I have is actually fun.
It's a good joke.
But I
yeah.
need to figure out how to do it. I don't.
I think
know.
it's funny that you're like, how do you deal with autistic? They're like, oh yeah, we treat him well.
We treat him
and
well.
then they feed him like pigs.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
Yeah, that was a wild experience too.
Anyway, you want
That's
to close
cool.
with your thing, Pato?
What was my thing? I totally forgot. What was it?
Another thing.
Was
on
I,
your
did I
list?
say something?
No. But you were looking at your list.
phone?
I mean, there's a couple things. Like I've been watching Severance. Good show.
Oh,
Great
wow.
show.
Good
I
show,
haven't
man.
watched it.
I've been trying. So I've been watching illegally, and it hasn't been released. The latest episode hasn't been released yet on 123 movies, and I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Like I'm not gonna get Apple TV, but anyway, that's going on. Number two. So I went to Barajas. I had a family friend that just like had a layover, a long layover in Madrid.
The airport.
And so they stayed like at a hotel near the airport, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'll go there, and we'll have dinner around Barajas." And I didn't know how shitty Barajas area was.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's one of the worst zones I've ever seen in Madrid.
They really
like,
need the airport.
Dude, it reminded me of like more like the U.S. type of homelessness that was like, you know.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, it's really bad over there.
Camps are really?
There's tents. I saw tents.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not realize that Madrid had this type of area.
Me neither. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Honestly, isn't there like a community in the upper, like northeast side of Madrid that is just like a kind of a, I don't know, area
doesn't
for
ring a bell.
homeless
No, no.
people?
That is but like Barajas area, I guess northeast.
It's close to there.
Maybe.
I heard that
Cañada
there,
Real is like the biggest one, but that's a drug running place.
exactly, but isn't around that area?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Oh no, I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, but yeah, bad area, but nice buildings. There's new areas that are being developed around that area, right?
like business or hotels?
Hotels,
Like the hotel area that
apartments,
he was staying
buildings.
at was like nice. It was fine, and there was a restaurant right next to his hotel, which was great, and that's where we went. But then I had to go home, and I decided like I could have taken one of those green buses, but I was like, no, I mean I can walk 30 minutes to get Cercanías.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what stop it was, so I walked 30 minutes around that neighborhood, and it was a mistake.
Yeah.
I was like so out of place. You
I
know?
guess this
Dude,
is
it's
the
a
Madrid
problem.
news segment of the show, right?
What? Yeah, I guess this
Madrid
is.
news.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's a problem. Like homeless people sleep at the airport because it's a very safe place to sleep in, and airport people are going like, "Hey, this is not our problem."
Yeah,
Barajas,
I
like,
forgot you work like with like.
I live at the airport. Yeah, that's the thing. Like we
You
bring
live
up.
at the airport?
I live and breathe the airport, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're trying to like get Barajas involved so that they build shelters and stuff, and they're like, no, why would we do that? They're all sleeping there. Like it's
Yeah,
one of
it's
those
a
like
tough-
nobody wants to take care of them.
Tough situation.
Yeah.
What else in Madrid news? Do you have anything? What's happening in Madrid overall? Because I only go to coffee shops now. That's all
What's
I do.
happening in Madrid? Honestly, they're going to revamp the 6 line, the 6 Metro line.
Nice.
So if you're using the 6 Metro line, it's going to close earlier on weekdays. It's going to close at 12 p.m., not 1:30.
This is a proper news
People
segment.
need to get informed.
Yeah.
I have no
And-
idea.
Yeah, and
The 6 line sucks, dude. What are they
Yeah.
gonna do? How can you fix it?
they're
We show her to
automating
the
the
camera.
trains. No drivers.
Oh, dude, that's so sick.
Oh, we got popcorn.
Barbara,
Hell, thanks,
Barbara,
Barbara.
that's amazing.
Hey.
Shout outs to
Oh,
Barbara
she's so
and Guy,
cute.
who is wide awake.
Oh, she's so cute.
How cute.
Huge head. When her hair is messy, she looks like Jack Nicholson.
Honestly,
Jack Nicholson made a surprise appearance at somewhere recently. He hasn't.
basketball game.
Maybe,
into basketball.
maybe. Yeah, he
Not
used to
a
go to every
professional
Lakers game
anymore.
because
Yeah.
you haven't seen Jack Nicholson
a
out in public in a while, and he looks so old, but he looks good. Like I'm like
He looks fucked up. Probably.
Oh, you know what? I just saw. Speaking of like older people, I just saw like Bill Murray's Hot Wings.
Oh, he
Hot
did
Wings.
so good,
Dude,
He
I-
did not feel the wings at
I
all.
thought no. He also he did so. It's like he's all his like feelings on his tongue are burned away because
Yeah.
he did not feel anything.
Really?
But
I think 80s cocaine.
I always thought that Bill Murray was like I just accepted that he was just probably a dick in person. He's actually such a level-headed, really nice guy.
Yeah.
A really cool guy, and I'm really happy to see that.
I think what's surprising for us is that he's a normal dude with that amount of fame throughout all his life.
Because I
when
wouldn't
you
even
watch
say
it-
he's normal
have
though.
you
He's
watched a
like
interview
he's
with-
like more spiritual than I thought he would be. He's like a very down-to-earth guy.
But exactly, have you watched an interview with like Adrian Brody or like Brad Pitt?
They're so full of themselves.
They are trying to be humble, but they cannot get there. You know, they're not. They're just not.
They think everything they say is very deep.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, we cannot let history
take-
risk
Remember to
pauses.
chew away from the mic. Remember to chew away from the mic.
Good
sorry.
point. But Bill Murray has zero. Like it literally seems like a guy that works in a train stop. You know, somewhere else. Yeah.
I think comedy keeps you from being like getting too big a head because you're like surrounded by people who will make fun of you if
Right.
you like, you know what I mean? And
100%,
Bill
yeah.
Cosby like cut his teeth on SNL in the 70s,
We
which
said
must
Bill
have been
Cosby. I think before we
Bill
said
Murray.
Bill Burr.
Sorry.
Have you changed your bills up?
Yeah, I built my bills up.
Bill Murray, William Murray cut his teeth. Wait,
SNL.
what do you mean?
Heard
He
of
wa-
it?
He
Is
was,
that a saying? Cutting your teeth?
yeah, when
Yeah.
you get your start, yeah. Dude, you're
Oh.
the American
You're
here.
actually American. What are you doing?
I've never heard that in my life.
Okay, more news. I watched a show that I didn't know existed, and I just fucking loved it, called Bored to Death, with Jason Schwartzman and Zach Galifianakis
Oh.
and Ted Danson.
Ooh.
They're the trio of private investigators. It's so good. It's literally one of the best shows I've ever watched.
Where
I
is
think. HBO Max.
Cool. We got that.
And
Are
it's,
you watching
um,
White Lotus? Sorry.
Not yet. I'm saving that up.
Okay, continue.
I'm saving it up.
Is it
And
good?
that show is really funny. Zach Galifianakis on a 3-season show is just. I never saw that. I didn't know he did that, and just I can't get enough of it. That
Dude,
guy.
Zach Galifianakis is such a beast.
Yeah, he plays a comic book like writer, or because he draws as well. I don't know what you call it.
Illustrator, yeah.
That draws a superhero of a guy that the superpower is his penis stretches out. But it's serious. It's like a serious
course,
comic
yeah.
book.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wait, it's not even a little bit funny?
Of course, it's funny,
It
but
has
like
to be.
it's the
But
premise.
in universe, it's
the premise is that like his
Right.
fame is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a famous
I
comic.
get it. Okay.
That's hilarious, dude.
Sorry, this Kai actually distracted me a little bit. She's so
And
cute.
Jason
She's adorable.
Schwartzman is a writer that is failing his life in New York, and he just decides to become a private investigator. And every episode is a different crime that he's trying to solve.
That's pretty good.
But he's
Okay.
just a writer in New York, and Zach Galifianakis is his sidekick, but he's also just a comic book illustrator. And Ted Danson is just like a director at a big like magazine company that's addicted to marijuana, like to weed.
Oh, really?
Which is funny. I never saw that in
Ted
the show.
Danson smoking weed, like, it's weird to me.
Yeah,
He's like
he's
a dad
addicted to
figure.
weed.
Wait,
Yeah.
do they play it out like as if it's like meth or something? Like how do they play out that he's addicted?
They play out as it's like everything they do, they need to be stoned.
Oh, okay,
All the
okay.
three of them. They're always high.
Right.
But it's an element of the show where it's like a villain of the show because they always fuck things up because they're high.
It's like a villain.
It's like
That's
the
funny.
antagonist of the
Yeah.
show. And
Propaganda, if you ask me.
Hey.
and
Shout
it's
outs
so
to
hilarious.
FT Signifier.
And it's so funny. It's really just a smart show. Yeah.
I'll watch it.
It's
Yeah.
from this writer that he wrote like novels before. It's based on this guy's life, which is
Oh.
the writer of that show, which is I fucking forgot his name. Is the name of the character in the
Joe,
show.
can you look up the name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe,
Joe.
look that up real quick, please.
Yeah, please, Joe. And also clip that.
We should close it.
Yeah, no, we should totally close it. I really need to pee.
This is the end of the podcast. Season 2, we're back, baby.
I miss you guys.
He's a dad. We missed each other. We actually put it in a group chat. It was beautiful.
Only me.
Ashley will be on the next episode.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
We will be broing no longer. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Episode 2.